Now betting for the sports animal.
That's us.
Your afternoon drive.
That's us again.
Number 2, men on. Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And the index circle, Marie Castillo. This is Two Men On with Van Nunley.
Mics are hot.
Oh, got a little kickback here, Bob. Got me an audition. I'll take a second.
It's gone.
To the man. Bob back in the studio making the show go around.
Otra vez.
I'll start over. Thursday, everybody. You know what that means? It means the boys are at Sadie's. Let's go. Filling up early in the lounge and to be bar area. I get a bonus hour of the boys tonight. As Thursday Night Football is not preempting us at 5:30. Taking this bad boy all the way up to 6:30 tonight because that women's Lobos team, Lady Lobos, we do this every time. It's still acceptable to say Lady Lobos. Don't at me. Lady Lobos is greenlit by the university and me.
We don't agree on a lot of things.
Yes.
Manfred Fitzgerald Slow.
No one calls me that.
Well, one person does. I'm in the camp
Okay.
of Lady Lobos.
Yeah, you should be.
It's got a nice ring to it.
It's got a nice ring to it.
It's alliterative.
What's that
It
word?
starts with the same. Both words start with the same letter. Lady Lobos. I love the L. We're in New Mexico.
Ladies love
we do
Lobos.
the R here.
The what?
R, like when you roll your R's or your L's in Spanish.
Nah, I've never had to do that.
It's the official language of the state of New Mexico.
They're going to Pepperdine tonight. They're going to dine.
You're not calling me out because that's 100% not true.
Here's the thing. I know so little. It's not a bit at this point.
Okay.
I don't know anything. We're live at Sadie's, though. I do know that. Come and hang out with the boys. We're at the 1 on 4th. We're going to be on air till 6:30 tonight, handing this bad boy off to the Lady Lobos as they are at Pepperdine. Pepperdine. So that's going to be a good basketball game tonight. Because hoops are here. We're at that.
Stoked.
Yeah, it's that fun transition point of the year where a lot of Lobo football, a lot of Lobo basketball. Obviously, we're talking about state at length. I mean, something really special have to happen for us to talk about Mexico State Lobos women's basketball. But if it does, we'll do it. We're those guys.
Hey, we're here at Sadie's on 4th Street, and I will have both eyes on the television watching Thursday Night Football, but I'll have one earbud in listening to JJ Buck and the Lady Lobos.
Let's go, JJ.
He's a talented dude.
What are you watching Thursday Night Football for?
Huh?
You're going to watch it tonight? You're going to watch the 1-7 Panthers take on the 2-7 Bears?
My mental health is like really good right now, and
Yeah?
I don't believe in self-sabotage or self-harm. So I'm just going to replace those two things with Bears versus Panthers.
Is this because you really like the min-max thing, and you thought for a long time that the worst Thursday Night Football had already been played before, obviously back in Week 14 of 2013, whenever the Texans played the Jaguars, and you believe that this could possibly supersede it as the worst Thursday Night Football game of all time, and you're excited to say that you were a witness to the absolute worst Thursday Night Football game ever to be played? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, as a dude who loves Sadie's
Yes.
and who loves Sadie's Lounge,
Sure.
I'll watch anything in here. You know I will watch any sport. You put a Sadie's margarita in front of me. You got some delicious chips and salsa right here on the other side within arm's reach. I could take aggressively large dips of and put them in my big wide mouth. I am on board. I don't care if it's the bottom of the barrel of two NFL teams. We're hanging out in Sadie's watching football, baby.
What you meant to say was, no, Fred, the worst Thursday Night Football game of all time was last year when the Colts played the Broncos. That's what you should have said. Because Thursday Night Football has now become the mecca for terrible football. It is to the point now where it's not even a coincidence. It's a trend. The trend is it will be bad.
Well, I'm excited to get my eyes on Bryce Young for only the first time this year. I haven't watched a full game of Bryce Young, and this will be the first one all year. So I get to finally, besides seeing snippets of him, watching a little tape of him, checking out his stats, reading some trusted prognosticators on the internet. I get to watch him be awful right here on television.
What do you think the most famous Al Michaels quote of all time is?
Bryce Young, pile of garbage. Is that it?
No, it's do you believe in miracles?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's way better.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's actually not, though.
Okay.
It's at the end of that game last year, whenever it was in overtime and getting ready to lose with the Broncos against the Colts, and all the players start leaving the field, and Al Michaels is like, they've had enough, because that's how I feel. The guys playing Thursday Night Football don't even want to be playing Thursday Night Football.
I got a prediction.
I'm sure.
Still has more viewers than the World Series.
You see the Manning cast viewers?
Yeah.
They're struggling. They had a thing for a minute.
That's in addition to.
They wore that thing out.
You don't have to watch both. You don't have to pick one or the other. You could do both.
Why not both?
And you usually know what I do. Unless I'm like out in the community with my friends and family and friends of the show.
Okay.
Watching sports.
Sure.
I put that thing on mute.
Yeah.
I could call the game better myself.
Not on a Thursday night, though, because it's got Al Michaels. But Al Michaels hates bad football, and he only gets bad football now. So you might just watch him, like, literally, like, just give up. Surrender tonight.
Like
we might lose Al Michaels.
Some serious, low-key, satirical digs on everything that happens on the field.
I don't know, and I'm not trying to be a hard predictor here, if you will ever find a more disinterested broadcaster than what you will see tonight, and Al Michaels, who has called some of the greatest games, greatest moments, greatest everythings of all time, and now he has to do Thursday Night Football with the 1-7 Carolina Panthers, their terrible rookie quarterback, and the terrible 2-7 Chicago Bears, and the starting for a fourth time in a row, not Danny DeVito. Terrible quarter. It's not DeVito. It's the other kid.
Tyson Bagent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is now my fantasy quarterback.
Ouch.
Because there were zero options in my two quarterback league.
It's a bummer, man.
Matt Stafford, RIP.
I'm rooting for Tyson Bagent.
Same.
Has a D2 quarterback.
That seems generous.
Played at this level?
Yeah. Familiar with Kurt Warner?
No, who's that?
Not new.
Wait, didn't he play in Iowa?
He's actually doing the radio broadcast tonight.
Oh, so you know he's rooting for Tyson.
You know he is. It be like that.
If you're into arm wrestling or if you're into D2 football, Tyson Bagent is your guy.
What's the most memorable Thursday Night Football game you've ever seen?
Was it the Chiefs-Rams? They scored like 100 points together.
That's not more memorable than when Myles Garrett tried to kill Mason Rudolph with his own helmet.
Oh, forgot about that one. Mason Rudolph didn't, but I did.
That's what I'm saying. That's how bad this thing is.
Myles Garrett, huge Happy Gilmore fan.
And this thing's been around for like 20 years now. Like, how many years does it take to figure out how to make a thing good?
Now, hold on. There's no way Thursday Night Football's been around for 20 years. That would make me 52. I think it's only been around like 7 years.
That's not true.
There's no way.
It is such a incredible 2006. Is the very first Thursday Night Football game.
That's longer than I thought it was.
That's 17 years.
You think they'd figure it out, Fred? And then here we are trashing it, and it's about to be the best game in the history of competitive sports. Tied up as time expires, back and forth overtime battle. As time expires again, Hail Mary, Tyson Bagent to DJ Moore to win the game.
7-0.
56-51.
This game tonight is for like the sicko fans. This is for like the addicts who in June are like, I'd do anything for some football.
Yeah, watching highlights of old games and
Yeah. I'd even watch two bad teams play. Here you go.
voila.
Have you seen like the weird spin the media is putting on it?
Millions and millions and millions of people will still watch this game. Oh, what are you talking about? Draft implications on the line tonight. Who's going to get the number 1, number 2, or number 3 pick? This game's going to be a tiebreaker, not in the good way. That conversation, is that the one you're referring to?
There used to be a rule up until this season.
When you had to try.
That too. Need a lottery real bad. There used to be a rule. You need a lottery real bad unless you trade away your first round pick, and then it needs to be seated in that spot. If you control your own first round pick and you're in the top 10, lottery.
That's not the worst idea.
I know.
I like heavily weighted lotteries. I think the NBA's lottery is a little too equitable. It's a little too equal across all garbage teams.
Yeah, but it lets them load the team the right way like they did in
think-
San Antonio.
I think, well, I mean, I think that's a little Patrick Ewing thing happening there.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think it's a Shaquille O'Neal thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and because they have that formula you're talking about, that's why it works so dang well.
Right.
Because you can have that little thing of disbelief. You know what I mean? And the NFL is so under a magnifying glass now. You know, we could do the next 45 minutes on the show on officials. We could do the next 45 minutes of the show on how I feel holding calls only exist because of the money line. And that would be a real convincing argument from me. Think if you fix the draft too, NFL.
I mean, with holding calls and the minor penalties, one of those happen every single play.
Hold up.
Every single
why are you calling
play.
them minor?
Oh, you talking about like defensive holding?
No,
on a
it could be.
receiver?
Hey, I am so convinced that holding is only called when the NFL wants a team to extend an offensive play or excuse me, an offensive series or kill one.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
You're seeing that play out across the board this season in the NFL. Penalties are down. They're air quotes letting the boys play this year. And except for Patrick Mahomes, except for Mike McDaniel, scoring is down league-wide. And it's because of what you just said.
There's more.
What I've been yelling from the top of the Sandias.
Here's why there's more turnovers than ever. Because the NFL has decided to surrender the over-under. They're not trying to get on that one. They're trying to get to the spread. And they do. You don't believe me? You don't believe for a second that they're setting up these long down and distance situations so that passes will get chucked? You don't believe me?
A smidgen. A smidgen.
Oh, I'm buying this all day.
I don't buy what is the NFL in cahoots with the mafia?
Yeah, the Mafia, though, is not called the Mafia anymore. Now it's called Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Okay, same dude.
And they made it official. And if you think for a second the NFL wasn't in cahoots with the Mafia before gambling was legal, this is a problem the NFL did to itself. The NFL created this. So many people watch now. You know what we're going to end up with real quick, too? More officials on the field. We're going to end up with an official at every facility, but he's going to be controlling it's going to be a 20-year-old kid controlling a drone over the deal or whatever. And they're going to say, Echo 19, this is Overhead Fred, and go ahead and hit that holding call there so that the Chiefs can extend this one another 10 yards for us at a downs. Thank you. That's what's going to happen.
I'm 100% on board with that. You're talking about this like it's some tragedy, like Big Brother's coming for you. No, you're just policing the game better. You're making it a better product for the consumer.
It's a fix.
You're talking about this season or in the
All of
future
them.
when
All
robots control umpiring?
Well, here's why they won't do that, because they need the human to fix the game. They need the human to do that.
I mean, there's reports that come out weekly and quarterly for the NFL referees. You can track their progress. You can see how many calls they missed whenever they're in with eye shot. Like, these reports are very thorough.
Van,
You can peep them.
turn your mic up just a little bit, Van.
I can do that.
A little production note. Bob, let us know over the headset when that stuff's happening. I don't check my phone. So to me, with the game being to the point now where there's more money around the game than there is money in the game, these Thursday night games are for the addicts. These Thursday night games are for guys to go down to wherever.
Sadie's on 4th.
Can't place a bet there.
Oh, never mind.
And say,
Also come here.
I want to take the under, and I want to take every other weird prop betty thing, and then they parlay them all into one thing. And then at the end of it, the NFL is told by Vegas, hey, this percent of prop bets will miss if this happens, and that would be best for us. And you know your cut is X amount. And the NFL goes, oh, good call. Let's do it. Let's go. So you're never really betting against the NFL. You're never really betting against Vegas. You're betting to be in the lower percent of winners. It's still gambling, but it's an incredibly different game of gambling.
What you're describing,
yes,
is one of the biggest scandals in all of sports history.
Yeah.
If you had a glimmer, if you had a shred of evidence, this would wreck the NFL in the sports world.
So, you know me pretty well. I'm not saying I can tell you every business in town that launders money. I'm not telling you I can tell you every business in town that doesn't actually supply the good that it claims. The NFL's moneymaker is not the product on the field, and I'm not confused about that.
Yeah, hard disagree from me here. I know there's some manipulation of the game. I know the rules. It's hard for the refs to keep up with the friggin' rule changes more or less every year. They have meetings before every season.
His mic still needs to come up.
Every preseason.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It's all theater. The whole thing is a production of theater. The whole thing is going out there and maximizing revenues. Because if you cared about the money that if you cared about the product, you don't play on Thursday nights. They care about the gambling dollar. They care about hooking you 12 hours before your paycheck deposits in your account and making you just cling on to it.
While I do agree that Thursday night football is a little extraneous, it's a little bit much, especially for the health and safety of the players.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for gambling. You think they make more money off of gambling, or all these hours upon hours of commercials that they run? All that ad money, that's the money maker.
They're not mutually exclusive.
All the corporate sponsors, that's the money maker.
They're not mutually exclusive.
You're talking about a league-wide and sports gambling-wide scandal where the NFL and referees are manipulating the score of the game to appease gamblers in Las Vegas?
Gamblers? No. Gambling entities?
Gambling.
Yes.
Gambling,
yes.
Not gamblers.
Yeah, I 100% believe that. I 100% believe that it is such a gigantic revenue stream. Let me show you an example. There was a sphere built in Las Vegas the other day. It lost $100 million. When, Fred, last year? No, Van, last quarter. They got to cover the cost of the sphere.
This is the most tinfoil hatty thing you've ever came up with on this program.
And it's brilliant and correct.
The NFL gets plenty of money off of gambling.
Yeah.
From the books, from FanDuel.
Right.
Not because they're manipulating the game, but because they're providing the product that people can bet on. Vegas has already set the over-under. Vegas has already set the money line. People make tons of money figuring out the results of the game. And Vegas is almost always right on or close.
We'll continue down this path when we get back because, once you start down a rabbit hole, then you're stuck. You have to stay. You can't come. Ask Alice. That was Alice's whole thing.
Ask Alice.
Boys are live from Sadie's on 4th, on air till 6:30. Here all night, though. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Take a look at traffic right now. Seeing more slowdowns westbound.
Lenny is on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Jefferson, don't last until the river. Southbound on I-25. We'll see Comanche dealing with some slowdowns there as well. Starting to see more congestion westbound on I-40. That starts at the interchange.
I'm going to go get coffee. I'll be back before
Yes,
the
sir.
breakout.
25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Traffic's moving up speed in both directions. Remember, both directions of I-25 right now. As you approach Cesar Chavez, we've got construction work going on. There are lane restrictions, and there are a lot of backups in both directions there. So be careful as you make your way through that area. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Celebrate Cherry.
Active fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stop.
We are so excited to announce that Fiesta Subaru on Lomas is now open. With more service space, more friendly faces, and more Subarus than ever, Fiesta Subaru on Lomas is one of the largest Subaru dealerships in the country. Here, it's easier and more comfortable than ever to shop local for your next Subaru. Whether you're ready to hit the trails or hang out with us in our spacious new dealership, there's something for the whole family to enjoy. Come take a test drive or visit us at fiestasubaru.com.
Wesley Plant.
1 minute.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with
Back in 30.
Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Liner in 10.
Information
Yes, sir.
kit. 800-462-33.
Thank you.
That's 800-462-3333.
And Lenny is still on the phone.
3333.
I'm Jeff Sabiata. Friday on the opening drive, I look back at the Lobos basketball game against St. Mary's, Thursday night football, Bears and Panthers, and get you ready for a big weekend. The opening drive starts at 7 a.m.
Mike's hot.
I don't trust anyone or anything in the whole world except for Lenny, because I know he's into conspiracies like me. Welcome to the show. Sports Animal Hotline for the show, Lenny.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, brother.
Lenny.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, so let's get into a little sports gambling for tonight. And let's just go with the under. It's 38.5. So I'll take the under and say it's going to hit more like 34.
Seems high, but I'm in.
And you know what? Let's just go for the heck of it. And let's just go with I'll go with Chicago. Only because Chicago needs to beat Carolina so they can get the number 1 or 2 pick in the draft that Carolina still owes them from last year's trade.
Hard yes.
The trade that keeps on giving. But I'm going to go with a competitive game of 17-14. But you know who really wins tonight? more than any gambler, the people who don't watch the games.
Lenny, your phone's bringing up a little bit, so we're going to cut you short, but we're going to ride this. Hard yes. Also, good call from Lenny. Because 38.5, he says under, take Chicago. Final score prediction, 17-14.
Unlike I've been known to do, I'll just go Oppo on both. Because I think Bryce Young is significantly better than Tyson Bagent, even though I'm going for him. And I think their defenses are both garbage. They both have some injuries on defense. So I think it's the Panthers and the over. So, Lenny, text me a wager, and let's get this on.
I don't like that sentence that you just said. Lobos are playing tonight. They're playing St. Mary's. That's an ESPN Plus one. If you don't have ESPN Plus,
also text me.
Yeah. I got one. I'm excited for the basketball team, dude. Like,
it's gonna be a great year.
It's gonna be a really great year.
Let's finish this Vegas thing first.
Well, I was gonna come back to it.
Okay.
I was trying to ease back into it because I got so fired up, dude.
About what?
How the NFL is rigged and how everyone that watches it is just part of a handful of collected, I don't know, billionaires that are trying to just fleece as much money from this great country with what used to be a great product. Like, it's just gross and disgusting to me. Literally, I think yesterday, 2 days ago, I'm going to have to find the story. A player was fined $50,000, an unnamed player, because the league had a doctor say that he was faking a concussion. Did you see this story?
I did not.
I'll bring it up while you're bringing in your
So he was faking or the doctor was faking? Or they were both in cahoots on faking the concussion?
NFLPA President J.C. Treader discloses that an unnamed player was fined $50,000 this season for faking concussion. The fine was rescinded on an appeal. But the NFL is literally sending doctors to say, no.
Thank God my school didn't do that when I called in sick. And or employers.
I'm just saying, it doesn't care about you, fan. Like, it only cares about getting the money. I will watch this game on a Sunday when these two teams have enough time to prepare to beat each other. That's not what this is. This is the walking wounded out there. And a bunch of, if we're going to say it out loud, I'll say it out loud, front offices telling their coaches not to try to win.
Hey, why don't we work in some of these guys? They need to get some reps. What do you say, Coach? Oh, you mean the guy on the practice squad that we just elevated? You want him to be quarterback?
Well, here's what we'll do, though.
He's our safety.
We'll call the Chicago Tribune. We'll call our guys in town that contribute to ESPN.com. We'll call the guys over at the NFL Network, and we'll make an incredible story by talking about how this young man elevated from the practice squad, overcame the odds, and how his family, throughout all this turmoil and this, that, the other thing, living out of a car, the upside down, an apartment where the roof fell in and the landlord would never repair it. So he put a tent inside of his living room, and he slept just moments from the practice facility so he could do a walk-on. And his name's Vince Papale. And you'll hear this whole media twist so that it's okay that we show you a booty product on Thursday nights. And also we'll drag the corpse of Al Michaels there to talk to you about it.
There's a sprinkle of naivete here on your part, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the NFL just wants your money. And if there wasn't an agreement in between the NFL and the Players Association, they would have football every night of the week and just rotate you. I guarantee you they add another night of football sometime in the future. There's going to be Friday night football, Tuesday night, Taco Tuesday football. There's going to be something else, and they'll have an agreement where they add an extra bye week, and you could only play Taco Tuesday football if it comes after a bye week. But everyone in the league has to play one Taco Tuesday football game a year. It's going to happen.
That every night in the league.
They do not care about the fans. They do not care about the players. They care about the bottom line. Of course, they're going to squeeze in as many games as they want. If they had the players' best interests in mind, Thursday night football wouldn't exist. I'm glad it does because we're here at beautiful and historic Sadie's on 4th.
Up until this year, there was a rule where every NFL team had to have at least one primetime game. And Thursday was used to fill that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, a team didn't necessarily want to see. They don't do that anymore. If you remember for a while, it was the AFC South and the NFC South for your Thursday night football games.
Right.
Because no one wanted to watch.
The smallest markets.
Yeah. And it was removed this year. Because you can't relegate bad teams to Thursday anymore.
Well, great success tonight.
All right. So you got teams playing multiple times on Thursdays, which, by the way, incredibly unfair. It's not the business, dude. And again, if they would present it the way that was altruistic, I would be more in. I'm just not there. I'm not there with the idea that individuals are going to be glued to this one because of, what'd you say it was? They were packaging that earlier on the Sports Center. It was, this game.
Draft implications. Yeah. They're both the Bears pick. Like, no matter what. Win or lose, no matter if the Bears pick second and the Panthers pick third, they're both the Bears pick. It doesn't matter if the Giants start winning games or whoever starts winning games and they start rattling off and losing their draft position. Both of these picks are the Bears, no matter what. And they're both going to be garbage, no matter what. And the Bears are going to have 2 high picks, no matter what. Oh, my God. Hey, the Panthers got the tiebreaker on the Bears pick tonight. Oh, my God, they got to drop down all the way to 4th pick in the draft. Because of a Thursday night football game? We're going to talk about this later? No, it's a non-story. You're going to watch because you want to watch football on Thursday night.
No, hold on. That's where you lose me, though. Because the guy that's like, I just like football. I don't care if they're good or bad. Just as long as everyone is trying. They're not trying. That's the point. The thing that you think you're watching, you're being fooled.
Now, hold on. You're saying the NFL isn't trying?
Yeah.
Okay, because the players are trying.
Oh, hold up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You're saying the players are not trying.
Correct.
That is false. These guys are not going to go out there and half-ass it and embarrass themselves. The NFL, I can agree with you there. I can get on board with that the NFL is not trying to give you a good product on Thursday night. I'm on board with that. But to say these athletes are just going to dial it in, these dudes are gladiators. They're going out there and giving it their all no matter what. If they don't give it their all, they're not on the team anymore. They're replaced.
Speaking of the Bears, you remember Lovie Smith?
Naturally.
Okay.
Good dude.
Yeah. You know why? This thing I'm about to talk about. He lost his when coaching the Texans because he was told to lay it down by the team.
Correct.
He didn't lay it down.
Right.
Do me a big favor. Off the top of your head, give me another example of a time that has happened. Oh, crap. You can't because the coaches and the players do it all the flipping time.
Brian Flores tried to start a lawsuit because he refused to lose games.
Oh, he's blackballed forever, too. Now.
Yeah, now he's blackballed forever.
And these players know that. And that is why they – what was old boy's name that played for the Saints that literally faked an injury? Cam Hayward,
Oh, yeah.
So these dudes do that. They literally do it. Like they don't care about competition. They care about the money. And if they play about
you're painting with a broad brush there.
I don't know if I am,
you're
man.
You're cherry picking 1 or 2 examples. These guys are gladiators. They want to go out there and do the best. They got their friends and family there.
Nope.
Their job is at risk. You're talking about money.
Yeah.
If they play like garbage, they lose their jobs and they don't make any money.
Their job is at risk if they don't do what they're told, which is hit the ice and act hurt. Like, that is what this is.
So you're tinfoil hatting it really hard on this.
Oh, I'm just telling you what I see. I'm telling you, we will watch tonight, and there will be multiple examples of opening the flat. Oh, I dropped it. There'll be multiple examples of.
Okay, now hold on. That's because the teams suck. That's not because they're doing it on purpose.
I mean, according to your pro athlete, gladiator, whatever.
They're going to be trying.
Nah.
Just because they try hard doesn't mean they're going to be successful every time.
Oh, but they tried so hard. No, they didn't. They're footsteps over the middle. and they didn't care about getting an 8-yard game because it's Thursday night and they have a combined 3 wins, and none of this matters, and they won't be at all punished or have repercussion for losing because both these teams want to lose. These players know it. This is how they stay in the league another year.
There's absolutely no way. The players. If you tell me
You're
coach,
really, really late for the break.
the coaches and the front offices, you think they're in cahoots and they're trying to not put the best product and take a L? I'm on board with that. There's no way. The overwhelming majority of these players are laying down to take an L on purpose. That is not the mentality of professional football player. They're going out there and giving it their all.
Bryce Young shows up. He's 32nd in every category. That's all I'm saying. They know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose, and NFL fan is fooled.
The Bears and Panthers are at a really big disadvantage this year, not because of lack of effort or trying by the players.
Sure.
It's because their players aren't as good as the 31 other teams that they have to play on a weekly basis.
By design. I see it. More NFL talk whenever we get back. Of course, we're live at Sadie's on 4th. Come hang out with us because we're hanging out all night long. I'm going to have Lobos basketball on my tablet if it's not on a TV. And if it can be on a TV, I'm going to say put it on the TV, and I'm going to watch Thursday Night Football. And it's going to be a very good night of me making jokes with my friends of the show.
Let's go.
Tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored.
So is there a format change that I am unaware of?
Amazing savings for the holiday season on hot tech like laptops, game systems, earbuds, and more.
Well, I'm aware that it's never been super strict, but
T-tips. Have yourself a merry little holiday deal at Staples.
Cut out after
Traffic.
well, that's because I stopped talking.
Oh, okay.
This break should have started like 5 minutes ago.
Candelaria,
should have.
moving slow there.
We
Dealing
got
with
it.
congestion westbound onto
Go ahead
Salem.
and stay at our program, and we'll go to commercials.
Yeah, we got it.
The end of the hour, though, we'll keep it tight for you.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we'll be out 56
Don't
for sure. The other ones don't matter.
Okay. All right.
You're a hero.
All right. I'm just anal about it.
There, so watch out.
Brought to you by Tomasitas, where they never mess with the chili. It's time to spice up your lunch routine with some red or green chili from Tomasitas. They never mess with the chili. Weekday lunches are always quick and convenient at Tomasitas Albuquerque. Tomasitas is located at I-25 and Jefferson in front of Century Rio.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Come to the UNM Howl Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand it off to the deep man, Merritt. Oh, makes him miss. He's outside the number to the 50. He's to the house.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career Lobo touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610.
Unbelievable.
The sports animal.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it would take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission licensed under DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may be creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
Casino at the Downs has it all. Enjoy cash drawings daily, Senior Day Fridays for players feeling better to win cash, and offers for active and retired military and their spouse each Tuesday. Plus, enjoy food specials daily, live music, and more. Casino at the Downs, Louisiana. Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino is hiring, and some positions include a cash bonus. We're looking for great people for Players Club, security, slot techs, vault cashier, food and beverage, and many more. Join the winning team. Visit abqdowns.com/careers for listing.
Paid for by National Tax. Attention anyone. IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call tax relief helpers right now at 800-761-2855 and get the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I paid $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't 800-761-2855 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. Are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-761-2855. 800-761-2855. 800-761-2855.
And why all the
cold?
Okay, first put on some socks and then call Daniels.
An aging radiant heat system is more likely to give out. Don't let it surprise you. Daniels offers boiler inspections and tune-ups. They specialize in repair, replacement, and new installs with a variety of high-efficiency heating solutions. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning guarantees customer satisfaction. Plus, free estimates on replacements and installs. Daniels, 898-8860.
Back in 30.
Really works and how you get the ratings. Eric Bischoff and Conrad Thompson explain on 83 Weeks.
Too much time is spent discussing talent's age. The younger demo is just as excited about a Paul Heyman or John Cena or an Undertaker or Becky Lynch or
Liner and 10.
Birth certificate says they're going to draw a younger demo because they're fun to watch and they're great entertainers.
83 Weeks on YouTube or wherever you listen.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 F.
Stand by.
Yep.
And the sports animal.
Mike's hot.
Back live at Sadie's on 4th. Going down a road that Van claims he doesn't want me to travel.
I just don't want you to get on like a list, man. I've, as we all know, you especially.
Yes.
Kind of got a shady past, Fred.
You or me?
Yes. I don't want the NFL coming after you. I've messed around with some gangsters in my cloudy history, and I know how they handle business. I don't want you to fall to the wayside because
you're telling me you don't think that every year Roger Goodell and his cronies convince 1,700 NFL players to fulfill the script of the upcoming season?
Correct. 100%. We talked a lot about it last year. I said, of course, the Super Bowl scripted because there's no way Patrick Mahomes is going to lose the Super Bowl being the head spokesperson for State Farm Insurance while they're playing in State Farm Stadium.
You about to talk about Arian Foster?
Are
you about to talk about Arian Foster?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way I thought that was going to happen. If you tell me in the Super Bowl, one specific game at a time, that maybe some of the referees were directed maybe to make a couple calls here and there, that I can get behind.
Arian Foster said,
but there's no way you can. I mean, you're talking moon landing stuff. There's no way 1,700 players are going to get on board with the whole season being scripted.
Arian Foster said practice was about practicing the script.
I've been to an NFL practice. It's not.
Help me with the definition of something. Let's say there's a player with the ball, okay? Let's say there's a quarterback. There's a quarterback with the ball, okay? And that quarterback is hit and then drops the ball. What would you call that?
Usually it's a fumble.
Okay, wild. It's called the tuck rule. And what it is...
Okay, that's not the way you described it.
I just did. I just described exactly what happened. It was determined after review that the quarterback's arm is moving forward in a throwing motion. Therefore, it is an incomplete pass. Hand the ball back to the 2001 Super Bowl champion New England Patriots, this was in a divisional round matchup against the Raiders. This thing has been fixed for so long.
Hard disagree. They screwed up that call. I mean, you can't take every missed call in the history of the NFL and say it's some kind of conspiracy.
Okay.
You sound like an insane person.
Do you remember 2005?
Barely.
Yeah.
That was a rough year for me.
It was a rough year for you and a
Yeah.
lot of the southern part of the country due to what? Hurricane Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
It took years for New Orleans to go through recovery efforts. Damages, losses. 3 years after its initial tear, 2008. Still recovering. The New Orleans Saints miraculously win the Super Bowl?
Okay. It's a different sport. Baseball. Yankees lost after September 11th.
Peyton Manning, who, by the way, is doing pretty good in his post-NFL days. By the way, can't even draw six-figure fans to the Manning cast in year 3. By the way.
Oh, no. Is it that bad?
It's that bad.
Oh,
by the way, is not the talking head, entertaining, fun-loving thing you think he is. He's part of the product. He's the one who helped fix that Super Bowl. He's getting his still. It has been like this for years, and I could continue down this path.
Okay. Now you've turned into a flat earther.
I am not.
Right in front of our eyes. You've turned into a moon landing denier right in front of our eyes. There is absolutely no way they convince that many people every single year, decade after decade, year after year. You know how much these wide receiver divas love attention? You think they're going to keep their mouths shut that there's some league-wide conspiracy that the NFL is scripted? This is insane.
They don't all know, but they're all part of it. Gilbert Sanchez joins us when we get back. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
Claire, thank you.
Max Kickstart.
On
I
your
woke up
computer,
feeling sick with cold and
go
flu
to the
symptoms the
black
other
and white
day,
dots
and
at
I
the
thought I
top.
might miss my son's soccer game. So I took
right.
Mucinex Fast Max Kickstart Severe Cold and Flu, and now much better.
Click on it.
New
go to airdrop.
Mucinex Kickstart. All in one and done relief.
There
Use
should
as
be.
directed.
Yeah, they'll have like the
Traffic right
time
now,
of day.
see more congestion westbound
Probably a
on
Surrey bubble
I-40.
to the left and then
Start as
two
you
little
approach Carlisle
oblong
now,
dots.
until Unser. Southbound on I-25 right now is similar to Comanche. Traffic's moving slow there. It's moving very slow at the moment westbound on Paseo. Those slowdowns started I-25.
I got one done.
They'll last until the river.
Yeah, whatever.
Westbound
Click on airdrop.
on Alameda. As you approach 2nd Street, you'll see slowdowns. So it's going to last until Coors.
I
And remember, we've got
you don't know.
road work restrictions affecting
So-
both directions of I-25.
says
As
waiting
you approach
here.
Cesar Chavez, and a lot of slowdowns in both directions.
You didn't click
Be
it?
really patient and careful as you go through there.
This message is brought to you from the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish.
Maybe I
TJ
have
Stroud
to
here,
read
and fall
17.
fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to book your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline, 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio
All
KKOB
these
Traffic
losers on the
Center.
texter. The football
This is
super
Gelb,
real.
CBS Sports Minute. Even though Bears head coach Matt Eberflus confused us all with talking about the status of Justin Fields, his QB won't play tonight against the Panthers on Thursday Night
will he?
Football. And that will leave Fields with only 7 games left to play in this season, and it's pretty clear with 2 great first-round picks looming that this will be Fields' final year in the Windy City. The former Ohio State QB will have trade value, and teams like the Falcons, Seahawks, Raiders, and even the Vikings should all show interest. I'm Zach Gelb.
I'm so good at radio.
Celebrate Cherry Fridays with the Sports Animal. Every Friday
Where's
before a
Gil
home
at?
game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the Sports Animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons off Coors and Corrales this Friday morning at 8 a.m. Get there quick and help us paint
I don't know
town
what that is,
cherry
Bucky.
from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of
I
hand,
think he got
call
it,
Consolidated Credit now.
get that
If you're making the
Friday
minimum
morning with
payment,
Fred
but your
with pizza
balance is
sauce?
just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
800-552-6750.
That's right. You got a lot of meat connected to it, though.
It is more of a
That's-
bacon.
that's the chicharron.
Consolidated Credit
It's like the weather report.
Incorporated.
If you're
doing it.
Oh, like that song? Chicharron, chicharron.
Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of
Chicharron.
Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM19, Oregon DM80031, licensed by
Set
the
up
State
Sophia
Corporation,
down.
licensed under DC32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating, credit score. Non-payment of debt may be creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
Family. Isn't that what the holidays
I
are
got
all
check
about?
1 2.
Like quality time with the turbocharged CLS.
Yeah, what?
The Ruby MD.
Sorry, lift that up into front of your face.
Why don't you put the mic in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh.
like,
Or share
you
holiday
just hear me
joy
out.
with the Integra's available 6-speed manual transmission.
Yeah, what about that?
Get in the holiday spirit at the
There we
Acura
go.
seasonal performance event going on now.
Test drive your new Acura at Montano Acura today.
Chicharron,
Exit
chicharron.
25 West on Montano.
Chicharron, chicharron.
In business,
Rum, rum.
service is everything.
Is that a theme
Cintas
song for
delivers what
Sadie's that
you
I
need
could write?
to better serve your customers.
Good.
Whether it's fresh bonded work
A
repair
Weird
or
Al.
almost any job of mass
Yankovic.
tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops
guys
and
ever
restroom
dip
products stocked
sopapillas
and
in
ready
salsa?
when you need them. Better work days happen together.
I keep it like
So visit
super
Cintas.com
I either have like a stuffed soap
and get ready for the work.
1 minute, one.
Yes,
There's no salt.
I've had honey.
Is that even allowed here?
I think I've had chocolate drizzle ones.
Yeah.
You're naughty or you're nice. Stuff about your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay nice. Stuff make you big and strong. Stuff quick and name in this song. Stuff belongs to decking
Out of 56, Bob, is that right?
Something like that, yeah. Well,
just hit the music. I'll be out.
Get ready, Albuquerque. Burke Live is back, igniting the city with entertainment, art, and New Mexico culture. Mark your calendar for Friday, November 10th for the Nightbird Trolley Experience from 5 to 9 p.m. Start your journey at Lapis Room in Old Town with sparkling wine, toast, and captivating art. Then hop on the trolley for melodic serenades as you glide through the heart of downtown to Fly By Provisions. Live music, art, delicious bites, and other surprises await. Limited tickets are available, so make sure to RSVP today. Visit BurkeLive.com.
Don't miss the opening drive.
coming back. I think the music's going to hit at 54:20.
That's cool.
Mike's hot.
Yeah. You know,
We're live at Sadie's on 4th. That means Gilbert Sanchez is with us. Let's go.
Good evening.
Gilbert, what did I just put in my mouth?
You told me to not look, so I don't know.
It was the chicharrones.
Chicharrones, yes.
Chicharrones.
He got the chicharrones out, Fred, so you try the new Sadie's hot sauce. Now, not salsa. There's a difference.
Hold
my
up.
friend.
This is a hot sauce?
It's hot
Where
sauce.
did you get this? You made
Red
this?
chili hot sauce. Yeah. Well, I
I
didn't
want
make it.
this.
It's a team effort.
This is brand new?
It's newer, not
Okay.
brand new. It's been out for a little bit. Thought we'd bring that out. It's
What words would you use to describe this? Would you use spicy, bold, and tangy?
yeah, all 3D. I mean, it's a fiesta in your mouth.
All right, Van, you take over while I
That's
eat
hot.
a chicharrones with.
You throw a little bit on there. I brought napkins.
What's the best way to do it? I'm going to dip. I
Yeah.
dip, you dip.
Here. I didn't bring them.
I dip, we
We're
dip.
going.
All right, Van, take over play-by-play here.
Okay. Fred has the hot sauce opened, and he is pouring it onto one single solitary
chicharrones.
And I think it might have been a tad bit too much on the chicharron. So this is about to be real fun right now. Eyeballs are spread very wide. He's, you know how, Gilbert, like a kid's a ladder and he laughs because he's nervous? Fred's giggling to himself right now.
A nervous giggle.
Because he's in like weird nervous pain. And he's looking around for help, and no help's coming.
There's none
whatsoever. The water's not going to help you.
It's going to only make it worse.
Only time. Only time will help you now.
Well, that's very hot.
So what you
Was
do
it hot?
is
Is that
hot?
No.
For Fred, it's hot. Not for us,
Van, you
New
try it.
Mexicans, Gilbert.
Van, you do it.
On a sopapilla.
Okay, I'll show you. I'll put an aggressive amount on here.
You know that feeling when you're wearing
that's too much.
Two new contacts, but like one of them is all like sad. That's a spicy hot sauce.
It's hot. I mean, there is the word hot on there.
So yeah, that's got some kick. That's got some spice to it. It is not dangerous levels.
No, that's why I'm a little surprised.
It's very good.
It's not. Yeah, the flavor is fantastic.
I would put that on a fried chicken wing.
Yeah, which you can do here.
Yeah, here at Sadie's.
At Sadie's on game day. So
Let's
yeah,
go.
you can come down tonight or on Sunday or on Monday. If there's an NFL game, there are wings available.
Tossed in your hot sauce.
Yes, I did mine.
I drank the whole neck off of this thing.
Drink more if you'd like.
Gilbert's going to stick around with us. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's going on here at the Sadie's.
So much.
Bunch of gifts,
so much
conversations for the holidays. Let me do a little DJ Cole and clear my throat, boys, during the break. Zooming on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Is it really that hot?
This report is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger.
Blake's Lottaburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own Hatch green chili and fresh premium beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Lottaburger, the first there was, the best there is.
Traffic right now, seeing more congestion westbound on I-40. That's going to start as you approach Carlisle. That'll last until Unser. Southbound on I-25 right now, Osuna to Comanche. Traffic's moving slow there. Things moving very slow at the moment westbound on Paseo. Those slowdowns start at I-25. They'll last until the river. Westbound, on Alameda. As you approach 2nd Street, you'll see slowdowns. Those are going to last until Coors. And remember, we've got road work and lane restrictions affecting both directions of I-25 as you approach Cesar Chavez, and a lot of slowdowns in both directions. Be really patient and careful as you make your way through there.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Black Friday is Dell's biggest sale of the year. Get limited time deals, free shipping, and huge savings on laptops like the XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Some overdue credit that I want to send out right now, because earlier this week I called the Bengals the hottest team in the NFL, and I was not lying. Those dudes are on fire. Those dudes are scary. I stand by all of that. I will not walk it back. However, they're not the only ones that nobody wants to see right now. They're not the only ones who have run off 4 in a row. And I know there's a bunch of people in Baltimore right now nodding their heads in agreement saying, it's about time, Rome. It's about time you shouted out the flock. It's about time you hype the Ravens. You're exactly right. The Ravens look legit. They sound legit. Their 7-2 record is legit. Yeah. They look like, if you look like a contender and you sound like a contender and you act like a contender and you walk around like a contender, you are a contender, a serious contender. I see you, B-More.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the master art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial grade supplies for every industry, with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help, so you can get the right answers, products, right. Call quickgrainger.com or just Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. Most powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar, alcohol-free, congestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure. Medicine.
The holidays are what? The car taken care of.
Focus on your family. It's Jeff Symbieta. My friends over at On the Spot Automotive Detailing can help you get your car cleaned and looking like new. Don't have the time? On the Spot Automotive Detailing will do it for you wherever and whenever it's convenient. When they're done, your car looks, feels, and smells like it's brand new. Not to mention they also offer window tint services for your vehicle. Call 505-859-2859 or book online at otsdetailing.com. That's otsdetailing.com.
Celebrate Cherry Fridays with the Sport. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the sports animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons off Coors and Corrals Friday morning at 8 a.m. Get there quick and help us paint the town cherry from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal. K240BL Albuquerque is 95.
Stand by open.
10 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle.
And your mic is hot.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Back live at Sadie's on 4th. Got a little bonus Thursday, boys. Lady Lobos play Pepperdine tonight, so we're going to go up until that broadcast. Of course, over on the flamethrower that is KKOB, it's a men's basketball night. A whole lot going on. Gilbert Sanchez with us here at Sadie's. Gilbert, thank you for delicious chicharrones and hot sauce. We were talking during the break. Holidays are right around the corners. You guys doing those gift baskets this year? What's up?
Yeah. We're going to have some gift baskets available beginning Thanksgiving week.
Okay.
So, you can come down and get those. Mixture of red chili, hot sauce, salsa, sauces, chips.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. So, and we can custom make them if by request. So, come on down if that special someone loves a specific salsa. We will make it happen for you.
Speaking of coming on down to Sadie's on 4th, we're watching Thursday Night Football tonight. Can you guys get up the Lobos game and stuff? Does it work like that?
The North Valley's internet is hit or miss. We've discussed this. We've discussed this at great length.
Been there.
Yeah, we're going to try to. We're going to try and get it up. Typically, we can. We're going to try. ESPN Plus game tonight.
That is correct.
Yeah, so anything we can do to support the Lobos.
And if you are unable to, totally unaffiliated with the wonderful people at Sadie's, sit at our table.
Yes.
I will pirate it.
No, well, I
will pirate it.
I have ESPN Plus.
Okay, you can watch Fred's legit version.
Yes.
Or Van's pirated version. Yeah.
Does yours come with subtitles?
Yeah.
On the game?
I'm not telling you what language.
Gilbert Sanchez with us. Obviously, we're laughing a lot. College football is winding down a little bit. Obviously, we talk always about your NIL athletes with the football team. Do they take a chance, or do they take time at the end of the year to come in and say thank you and be a part of the environment here? Obviously, the Wise Boys and otherwise.
Yeah. Those guys are so busy during the year, and that's usually when we launch their meals is during when their season starts. But they've all been gracious. We just had Jaden Edwards from the UNM soccer team, which literally just here last week with her family. And she obviously she graduated last year and is out chasing that professional career. But she was here with her family. Got to see her again. Just good human beings. They're all of them great relationships. So
far. How great! Well, and we talked a lot about NIL yesterday. Not to railroad you here, Van.
Keep going,
but
buddy.
How important is it to Sadie's to have those athletes representing your brand? How important is it to make sure you guys are helping the university and university athletes?
It's great. The way I look at it, and maybe I look at it on a different way than as the business looks at it, is just helping teach the kids about how a brand is created, how you can market your brand or yourself. So it's almost like I don't know. There's fulfillment in the teaching and the learning process of working with the student athletes, and yeah, them just learning from it, parlaying this idea of a meal that maybe, small potatoes in the grand scheme of things, that they can use that in their future. So being able to do that and provide that for the student athletes is a tremendous honor and very fulfilling for us.
How does the red chili sales skyrocket right before the holidays? Because we're having this conversation off air earlier, because me and you are both red chili on potatoes guys.
Red chili mashed potatoes, yeah, for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
They do. We preach it every year, a lot to the staff. I make sure on the Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, I walk by every staff member and let them know that I will be disappointed in them if they put gravy on their mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. So that is.
Wait, when you say gravy, do you mean like white gravy or brown gravy?
I don't do either. It's always red chili. Like I don't.
I've never done that.
What?
Not only has he never done that, he actively refuses to do it.
Like Thanksgiving is for brown gravy.
No, it's too main. That's a very mainstream.
What?
Lookout of mashed potato and Thanksgiving.
Delicious
No.
Thanksgiving mashy boys?
No. Like red chili is, I don't know.
Exponentially better than gravy.
I could give you a boatload of reasons, and I would start with gravy boat. Like it exists for a reason.
Chili boat.
What is chili boat?
It's the same thing.
Did you just create?
It looks like Aladdin's lamp made out of porcelain, and you just pour the chili out of it.
That's not a real thing.
Everyone's grandma has one.
Yeah, a genie comes out of the red chili one. The gravy one is just. Do you get 3 wishes with your gravy?
I just Googled chili boats. It's a stand-up bike that you pedal with 2 red pontoons underneath each side.
Well, there's that too.
Wait, that's a real thing?
They have chili in Cincinnati. Is that the same thing as the chili here?
Are you talking about delicious chili, the food that you would eat on a chili 5-way?
There's multiple.
Like Skyline chili?
A chili 5-way?
Yes.
What is that, like a group thing in Alaska?
No, a chili 5-way.
I've never heard of that one.
Are you guys?
Yeah,
I've never. Serious?
It sounds like someone's going to be the odd man out in that experience.
Oh my God, chili 5-way is like so incredibly good. So it's spaghetti.
Okay, gross.
Onions.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Okay.
Like you put a meat on there of some sort, usually like a hamburger, and then you cover it in chili, and you get 5 ingredients. Chili 5-way. It's a whole thing. It's delicious.
That sounds awful. As a guy who's participated in some giggle spinach, it enhances your taste buds, and that still sounds awful.
I put crumbled up crackers on mine too, like oyster crackers.
That is a cracker move, that's for sure.
2-way is spaghetti and chili. 3-way spaghetti, chili, cheese, very good. 4-way spaghetti, chili, cheese, onions. 5-way spaghetti, chili, cheese, onions, beans. Chili 5-way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It's delicious.
But anyway, so
it's like heaven.
Thanksgiving.
Can you try for Thanksgiving this year? At least just try for us.
I try everything.
You obviously haven't tried red chili on your mashed potatoes.
No one
right?
is. I believe
nobody suggested. Is this it? Is this the?
Are mashed potatoes regularly on the menu here?
No. I'm just saying.
This is a Thanksgiving holiday unique.
This is for Thanksgiving you do this. There's red chili here, but I make sure that every employee, I try to get to the customers to let them know that you haven't lived if you haven't done the red chili and mashed potatoes.
Fred has spent a lot of holidays with my New Mexican family.
Okay.
And he's just riding the fine line, being kicked out of every single holiday because of his refusal to try new things.
They sit me at a different table.
Really? You sit with the kids?
With the children who can't handle the chili either.
Well, because they have a special casserole that is safer. a delicious one.
Then you start talking about your 5-way chili at the
it's got
children's
spaghetti
table,
on the
and then
bottom.
you get kicked out of the house. Yeah.
All right, I have a menu idea.
Okay.
Do I suggest that officially to you right now?
Yeah. No, we can officially. It'll be very much on the record.
Get your pins
Thank
out,
you.
friend of the show.
Thanksgiving leftover burrito. Like, what do we need to do to get a Thanksgiving leftover burrito?
I mean, it'd be very tough. I mean, we're closed on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We let the staff celebrate with their family. We're gonna have to figure out how we get leftovers.
All right. Well, we would have to make. So we need turkey. We need mashed potatoes.
Okay.
We need like veggie medley.
Yeah, you can use your papas.
Yeah,
your
we got
papas.
potatoes.
Yeah,
We
you
got
can do that.
potatoes. We just smash them up.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you got everything here except for the turkey.
Stuffing, cranberry sauce, wrap it up in a tortilla, put some gravy or red chili or whatever on it, and then we enjoy Thanksgiving via Sadie's burrito.
We should try and just do that.
I just suggested
One day
it.
I mean, that's a tough execution. On the execution side, it might be. I mean, what if this flops? What if this is like the worst idea ever?
Exact opposite. What if we change the game?
Well, I know. It's not going to be anywhere in the middle. It's either going to
Green
be the worst
beans.
idea or the best idea.
Corn. Put corn in it.
Some squash. We got calabasitas here. We do.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
That would hit.
With
That
the
would hit.
but it's got to be the roasted turkey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's-
talking about?
Yep.
And mashed potato boys with, you said, red chilies
Red
on
chili.
it.
I
Let's
love how
go.
you're meeting us halfway here.
I said to put a burrito around it.
Yeah, I mean, but
Well,
yeah,
see, the
eat
red
it.
the red chili and the mashed potatoes are a match made in heaven.
Put turkey in it.
I don't think red chili and cranberry sauce quite unites the
Why
taste
haven't
buds
you
together.
mentioned stuffing? There's stuffing in there
Guys,
too.
Definitely the most overrated side, whatever you want to call it, Thanksgiving. Is
I
stuffing.
mean, wet bread.
Yeah, like with onions in it. Come on.
Delicious.
That's probably your favorite thing, of course. Yeah.
Yes, I
Fred's
love everything
favorite.
about it.
I make my family choose one. We're not doing East Coast Pilgrim disgusting holiday food at Thanksgiving and Christmas. You can have
yeah.
we married into some East Coast people and they love it so much.
I
was
love
like,
it.
I was like, you pick one this year. You can have Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Okay.
Because whichever one you don't choose, we're doing New Mexican foods
Yep.
on that
Pozole,
holiday.
tamales, or-
Okay,
Pozole,
I'm following you
enchiladas,
guys.
tamales.
We get rid of the stuffing. We go with like a cornbread stuffing in there. Like take a cornbread,
just crumple up some
crumple
cornbread.
up some cornbread.
That could work.
That's what I'm saying.
That
There's-
could work. Yeah.
What do you guys want to go pinto beans? I'm in on this thing. Let's do it. But it has to have like the turkey, obviously, and
That's
then
what we're missing. We need to get some turkey. We're gonna have to figure out some turkey and then just throw everything else. in
roasted
here.
onions, peppers, whatever, calabasitas or whatever. Like we
Yeah.
do the whole thing, and then put a glop of sour cream on top of it the way you love it, and then we all go home very full and sleepy from the tryptophan.
I mean, you kind of talked me into it.
Can we
Let's make this happen.
Can we call it the 2 Men on Rito? And it's a Thanksgiving burrito.
You can have this one, Fred.
What we are
I'm
a
not,
brand.
I'm not sticking my neck out on this.
Like a turkey
culinary
would.
disaster.
I mean, it could work. I mean, you went a little extreme on some of those things there. You're trying to cornbread
can't-
and stuff that.
If you dared put a green bean inside of a tortilla,
Ooh, that's
people will riot. We're gonna have to like really pick apart these ingredients.
cranberries-
and make sure they're united as one.
You make it like
I'm intrigued by the cranberry.
Yeah, you make it like an apple sauce or something. A crabberry sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, that might work.
That's what I'm.
That might work.
Get out of your
Straight
box,
up
son.
One of us is a top level chef here.
Yeah, that's me.
And one of us
Oh, you are.
eats fast food every day.
I'm an idea guy.
You fooled me when you said you hadn't eaten red chili on your
Yeah,
mashed
for
potatoes
real.
things. Culinary.
It's an insanely
chef
low bar.
who-
Delicious Sadie's salsa right in this thing. I am telling you, it's going to work.
No, it could work. It could work. We got to reel in some of the. There's some loose ends in the idea. For
Also,
sure.
yeah. Now hear me out. We don't
Okay.
do it during the day. We make this a late night special.
Real high.
You stumble in,
Yeah.
or high, which is legal now. That's so cool.
Yeah.
You stumble in towards later in the evening when you got that hankering. You gotta stuff something in your belly because of all the alcohols.
Yes.
You take a nice little Uber on the way down here, and then you have the leftover Thanksgiving burrito.
I mean, it sounds like a tremendous idea.
Stop calling it not by its official name, which is the 2 Men on Rito.
2 Men on Rito.
We'll work on this.
That needs some work.
We'll
That
shop
needs
that
work.
out.
Well, I wanted to call it 2 Men on Sadie's, but I didn't know how Sadie's would feel about
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, we got to talk to legal counsel before we do that. Anything that we do with you guys will definitely be run through.
Yeah, you got to run that
legal-
up multiple
Yeah.
channels.
Gift cards, gift baskets. The holidays are here. You can treat your whole ass family coming to town. If they're coming to visit, you take parties up to what?
Up to whatever.
Oh, it's like
your
that?
heart- I mean, call us.
Yes.
Call us. Let us know what's going on. No, but we have private rooms,
Yeah.
holiday parties. Start, but those are booking up quick.
Yeah.
So if you got the company party that's about to happen, come on down. We may have that burrito on the menu by then.
Very smart,
I don't
super
know.
smart.
But yeah, no, give us a call, and we will handle. We can go to you. Got the catering department. Can head to you. Can go to your holiday party. You can pick up some Sadie's classic margaritas, Sadie's prickly pear margaritas, Desert Peach. Take it to your shindigs that you got going on.
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
very smart.
Yeah.
Hear me out. We make a bunch of these burritos. We cut them into small serving sizes. Van and I then stand out front of Sadie's with them in plastic cups. As people come in, we say, try a 2-minute Rito. They fall in love with the taste. They come in. It becomes your number one seller.
Or you want to cut cost. I know how important the bottom line is.
Very important.
You have every single employee bring their leftovers in, and you make a hodgepodge out of that. They get to clean out the kitchen. You get to clean up with all these burritos.
I knew that idea was coming. I was hoping we didn't get there. The health department's probably listening, and that would not go over very well.
Hey, the health department has Thanksgiving off too.
The health department shows up on Black Friday, and they're like, we'd like to inspect a certain burrito that you have.
We know what you're doing.
Gilbert,
they'll be here.
Anything we missed, Gil?
No. Skip the gravy this Thanksgiving. Don't be a wuss.
Yes.
Go red chili.
Nailed it.
Yeah, come on down. There's plenty of room tonight. Come on down, grab a seat, eat a menu item that we have perfected, and then maybe in a couple of weeks we can eat a menu item that we may never perfect, but may be fun.
It'd be ever evolving, just like the show. I really like it.
Yes.
Okay. It's 2 Minute On live from Sadie's here on 4th. Big thank you to Gilbert Sanchez. And the famed words of he skipped the gravy. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report brought to you by.
That'd be great if my wife wasn't allergic to red chili.
Interest rates are actually going down at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. Select
She can eat.
The
Yeah,
texter
no,
says this sounds
breaks out in
disgusting.
the eyes
It's the
with-
worst idea ever.
Yeah.
payments till 2024.
Comments are coming in, huh?
She can eat green chili, but not red chili.
No.
Okay, traffic right now. They
Yes.
really slow westbound on I-4.
That's okay. She has medications that work the opposite of what they're supposed to.
I was gonna say, there's gotta be some sort of
Southbound on
vaccine
I-25 as you approach.
God, there has to be.
That'll last until
Put that on the list of
Comanche.
things to do.
Headed west on Paseo between I-25 and the river, dealing with slowdowns there. Also congestion westbound Alameda, the 2nd Street. It'll last until the river.
Insurance is not a commodity you can buy off the shelf. You need a professional on your side to help you buy auto, home, life insurance.
Gateway Insurance and Financial Services is a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs. We shop your insurance to find the best insurance policy. Call Gateway at.
This report brought to you by Gateway Financial.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Celebrate Cherry Fridays with the Sports Animal. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join for a T-shirt Ray in the parking lot of one Albertson somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons off Coors and Corrales this Friday morning at 8 a.m. Get there quick and help us paint the town cherry from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Also has high blood pressure. And Vicks NyQuil high blood pressure. Powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil high blood pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, and you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than of us has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
Josh, are you coming on to give reactions?
With your choice of select sandwich nugget,
Yes.
1 minute.
$5 biggie bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot. Just like us. We're what?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Of food.
For a deal you can biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price participation. Your crispy chicken.
Back in 30.
Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, it's a showdown in the Windy City, where the Carolina Panthers take on the Chicago Bears. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF tonight. Presented by
Liner and 10.
Chicago. It's the Panthers and the Bears on Thursday night football, and it's on Prime.
Yeah, you're
Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
No, she's not here.
I'm Jeff Sabiata.
Here we go.
Back at the Lobos basketball game against St. Mary
Van headphones.
Panthers, and get you ready for a big weekend. The opening drive starts at 7 a.m.
Mike's hot.
I make you hot to death. Hot to death. Hot to death. You can see me flex for now, I'm no stranger. I make you
Back live
hot
at
to
Stadium
death.
on Fourth. Let's go. Yeah. Gil, he left us.
Adios.
But we handed his headset right over to the voice of the Albuquerque Ice Dogs, one Josh Sushan.
Hey guys, what's happening?
What's up? Is this the off season for you? You just man about town, just Sadie's-ing it up?
You are correct. It is not baseball season. Yes, it is the off season. I'm glad that you are paying attention to sports on your sports adjacent talk show.
Didn't they cancel the meetings today?
Did they?
Yeah, I
They
think
didn't
there was
cancel the meeting. What?
There's,
Why would they cancel meetings?
There was like a flu outbreak
There's
or
a
something.
flu going around.
Like the
All
old
the-
fashioned
yeah.
flu or like
Yeah.
the new winky wink flu?
They say it's the old school kind.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
it's
right. Glad I'm not there.
definitely a virus going around, not food poisoning. Major League Baseball has canceled the rest of the meetings. So there you go.
Wow.
Breaking
really
news.
glad I didn't go.
Breaking news. Breaking.
I mean, good for them. Instead of showing up to work sick and getting everybody else sick.
Yeah, because we did have Dylan Storms there and some
Yeah.
other folks were there, and thank goodness the office is closed the next 3 days. Holiday tomorrow, let's
Yep.
go, and then the weekend. So yeah, Dylan, don't show up Monday if you got
No.
sick.
Well, and like a little inside baseball. Like you guys have brand new bosses. Do you even have sick leave? Like, how does this work?
We officially are not yet employees of Diamond Baseball Holding. That's going to happen sometime within the next few weeks, and we have had a lot of discussions with the HR folks about the transition that are ongoing.
How's the 401k
That's a good
matching?
question.
Do you know
Yeah,
yet?
well, man, it took a lot of math. There was a lot of us who did not major in math who were looking at this going 4% of 50% of matching of half of like, wait, what? Can we get this on the projector, please?
Can you imagine Josh sitting down with like Dylan Storm after the meeting with his new bosses, and they both look at their paperwork and they go, "Hey, bro, there's like no misspellings here. Like this is legit."
How about this? I actually found one typo in the 52-page document, and the HR lady was like so appalled she couldn't believe it. And then I sent her the screenshot, and so we got that one typo fixed because I am a grammar.
You are that good. That's why I brought up this
That's
joke.
me.
Josh Sushan joining us. You're sitting down with us because we are perfecting the Thanksgiving burrito. That is the thing we're doing. We're going to convince Sadie's to put it on the menu, and you're very pro the Thanksgiving burrito. So thank you for coming on and being a part of that.
Is
he?
I love burritos.
Okay.
And I love Sadie's. And I love leftovers.
And Thanksgiving.
You know why I love leftovers? Because they're free.
Ooh.
And I don't have to cook them. I just put them in this machine that warms them up. But I will say that if Sadie's ever puts a Thanksgiving leftover burrito on their menu, I'm never eating there again.
What?
Never. I like tortillas, but everything doesn't need to be inside a tortilla.
I mean, you're flexing
Why
pretty
can't
hard.
you just put the tortilla on the side? Why do you have to wrap it all up?
No. You put everything inside.
That's what I'm saying. Why do you have to do that? Just put it on the side.
for it'll fit in your mouth.
Just on the side.
I prefer burritos when I'm about to be mobile, when I'm on the run.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I don't sit down like George Costanza and eat a burrito with fork and knife.
Who does that?
This is modern technology. This is walking food. And I don't want to walk anywhere the day after Thanksgiving. I'm going to be in a coma.
I'm also the person on Thanksgiving where I don't like the food to be touching. Right? There needs to be a little separation of church and state between all of the different food items on my plate. So why would I want to put all of them inside a burrito where they're all touching?
Mental health professionals, 505-246-0610. We'll see what we'll see what mental insurance Diamond Baseball Holdings has pretty soon.
Yeah, we need your help with the baseball thing. We didn't warn you on this. Do you have a complete understanding of the Selig rule? Do you have a complete knowledge base? And if and just for you, Van, because I know you don't, it's all general managers, assistant general managers, field managers, directors of player development, and director of scouting positions. You have to consider a minority candidate. You have to. It's a Selig rule. How do the Cubs just hire Craig Counsell?
Well, the NFL has the Rooney Rule, and baseball has the Selig Rule, and they don't really get enforced very well. It's very selective for when it gets enforced. Not that I'm a Cubs apologist, but I'm pretty sure that they interviewed somebody other than just Craig Counsell, right? So they're not forcing you to hire someone. They're just forcing you to interview people. And then you get into, like, is this a real interview or is this just a sham?
Good point.
Right? I didn't follow the Cubs managerial search. I know they talked to a number.
They called the Brewers on the 1st. They hired Counsell on the 6th.
Correct.
I've now caught you completely up to the managerial hiring process of Craig Counsell to the Cubs.
It is wild that story did not leak. With all of the great reporters that are out there and all of the just pseudo reporters that see people meeting and take photos and put it on social media, it is incredible that story did not leak before it was official.
It happened in 3 days.
I thought it was 3 hours that it happened.
That's super hard to leak it.
Guys, it happened so fast. And I guess the Cubs hate David Ross. They hadn't even fired David Ross yet.
So from what I heard, once Counsell said yes, the GM or the president of baseball operations, whatever his title is, he flew to Florida to tell David Ross in person, you're fired because we're going to hire this other guy instead. And apparently it was very tense.
You don't say.
I do say.
Duh.
With the Rooney Rule, you have to, and I'll side with Josh here because you're a very smart baseball man. Maybe it's on a napkin. Maybe it's a text message. Maybe it's an email. I don't know. But you have to submit a list to Major League Baseball of the people you're going to interview. You just have to do that. That's part of the rule. I say, and just hear me out, and this is coming as a St. Louis Cardinals fan, take away all the draft picks moving forward the entire time the Craig Counsell is there. That's a fair penalty. I think you do that. And then you only get to use 4 pitchers in rotation. So I think if they do that, everything is fair and equal. How do you guys feel?
I feel the Cardinals will still suck. They're still going to suck.
They're going to suck.
Yeah, that's true too. Here's the other thing. Craig Counsell, to his credit, he wanted to become a free agent. That is the ultimate in betting on yourself. He's like, no, I don't need to get extended. I'm going to become a free agent. And then he talked to the Mets. He obviously talked to the Cubs, talked to the Brewers about coming back. Did he talk to someone else? He didn't talk to the Astros. I thought he talked to one other team too that thought that they might have a shot at it.
There was a rumor in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch that he talked to the Cardinals. I don't know how true that is, but I'm just telling you I read it.
So my point is, once he became officially a free agent, you didn't need the Brewers' permission. Right? He was a free agent.
That is correct.
Yeah. Here's my other thought.
When the Brewers didn't set a new record for managerial pay and said, we'll only give you an extra milli.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll take 8 from the Cubbies.
Okay, so I was reading some stuff today about just sort of like the brotherhood of managers and, is it right to take another guy's job?
Here
and
comes
I'm
the
sitting here
Dusty
thinking,
Baker bit.
no, and I'm sitting here thinking, it's no big deal if an outfielder signs as a free agent and I'm taking Fred's job as an outfielder, or if I'm taking Van's job as a starting pitcher. So why is it a big deal that you're taking a manager's job just because there's only one of them?
I wasn't complaining at all. I'm a big free market guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the guy they wanted. They paid him way more than the other guy was paying. They got him.
Good for them. They got him.
$40 million over 5 years. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's the deal.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, and he still makes.
Meanwhile, Ron Washington gets a 2-year contract with the Angels.
Well, that was a pretty good reason you put a year limit on Ron Washington.
Well, he's also
age isn't the only reason.
I love Wash. I'm really happy for Wash. Back-to-back World Series teams. beloved infielders instructor, third base coach, and just great human.
If we are circling
Love
back
Wash.
around full circle on this one, though, is the Seelig rule part of the reason he had opportunity originally?
Probably.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're not continuing a rich tradition of creating really tremendous managers from places of minority.
So look, sports are all about the old boys network, right?
Yep.
And the GM of the Angels, he knows Ron Washington from when they were together with the Rangers, and he knows him from when he was with the Braves. And so the old boys network worked.
Yeah.
Right? Because he knew about Ron Washington, knew what he brought, knew the impact he has, know how so much players love him, and thought, I want to interview him, and ultimately hired him.
Josh Sushan joining us live from Sadie's on 4th.
And this started way before the Seelig rule, because I know you know Dusty Baker personally.
Yes.
And he
got
was
his number on my phone right now.
He was recruited by friggin' Hank Aaron and Willie Mays to come back and to add some color into baseball. This was a concerted effort to get people of color in baseball way before it was mandated by a Seelig or a Rooney or anyone like that.
Dusty was a stockbroker his first year after his career ended.
Yes.
And so the legends are like, Dusty, you're Dusty. We need you in this game. And he was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And then word got around, and the Giants were like, Dusty, yes, batting coach. Here we go. He was their hitting coach for 5 years before he became their manager.
Yep.
The real answer to this original question was Craig Counsell is a minority. He had a winning percentage as the Brewers manager. There's
okay.
Him and Ned Yost are the only two ever. So So there you go. That was the answer to the question. He is in fact in the minority.
in the minority.
Managers. So sorry, I didn't set that one up better.
Okay. Well, we'll do it better on the podcast.
That's so wild, funny, and accurate. Josh, you're hanging out at Sadie's tonight for a while?
Yeah. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm not going to get the turkey leftover burrito because that's disgusting, but I am going to get the real food that Sadie sells that is delicious.
It's not a real thing yet. We're creating it.
Please don't.
Shopping it out. I'm not very confident it's going to pass the coffers here at Sadie's.
It's the 2-minute on Rito. It's delicious. It's going to change the game.
Separation church and state where all the food is.
That is not good that
weird.
you do that.
Do you put little toothpicks between them or something?
That's a good idea. I should.
Quit enabling him, Fred. Good Lord.
Like those plates, where it's like the plastic plate, there's like the big spot, and then there's like two.
Prison.
Yeah.
You're talking about prison.
And then there's like I need a plate with like 9 of those separators. That would be ideal for me on Thanksgiving.
You're talking about Hungry Man microwavable dinners.
But I don't want it to be that. I want it to be really good.
I
just want separators.
I will find somebody who has these school trays that I grew up with in the 80s. Yeah.
Thank you.
Josh,
very kind of you. Appreciate you.
Josh, thank you for taking the time.
Marty's on the line. Talk Dodgers.
He's so wild and weird. We'll go to break. Sorry, and I didn't get you on that one back at the studio, but we'll take calls after the break. It's 2 Minute On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is
Marty is the caller. You wanted to talk about the Dodgers.
Oh, with
more
Josh?
fries to love now at Taco Bell, but it's now
Yeah.
ever.
All right,
Yeah,
hold on.
these fries
Josh?
covered in bold Mexican spices with
You don't
nacho
have
cheese
to,
sauce
you don't
are
have
only
to.
here for a limited time at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last.
Traffic right now. First and foremost, remember we've got construction and lane restrictions both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenue
answer your question.
and there are a lot of backups in both.
All righty.
Thank you. Sorry about
Really
that.
careful as you make your way through there this afternoon.
It's okay. You said it was you weren't getting much in the return. So
Carlisle, you're going to see congestion there. That's going to last until Coors. Southbound I-25, just south of Paseo, you're going to encounter slowdowns. Those are going to last until Candelaria. Westbound out Paseo between I-25 and Coors, traffic's moving slow there. Also headed west on Alameda right now, approaching 2nd Street. You're going to see slowdowns. Those are going to go until the river. Last month's hailstorm could have damaged your roof. Everguard Roofing and Solar offers free inspections. They do more roofing projects in New Mexico because they're honest, do excellent work, and will help with your insurance company. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardroofing.com. This report is sponsored by Everguard Roofing and Solar. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
I'm Eddie Gross here to help you beat the books with BetQL. SMU is vying for a conference title on the gridiron, but tonight, the basketball team gets back in action for an all-Texas affair. SMU hosts Lamar, and the Mustangs are heavy 20-point favorites, and the BetQL model thinks playing the big number is the right move. BetQL has SMU -20 as a 5-star best bet. I'm Eddie Gross. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and bet.
All In Autographs, Albuquerque's premier sports memorabilia and collectible destination, is proud to sponsor the Las Vegas Raiders football. We're your local source for all things Raiders, from jerseys with your favorite OG players to autographs of the greats. Stop in today. All In Autographs is located at 2225 Wyoming Boulevard Northeast in the Hoffman Town Square off Wyoming and Manal. Visit us online at allinautographs.com. That's allinautographs.com.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use it directed.
Blake's Slaughterburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own hatch green chili and fresh premium beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Slaughterburger, the first there was, the best there is.
JPR is the exclusive Allen equipment provider in New Mexico for tools like riding and walk-behind power trowels and power buggies. And now in stock, new Whacker Noise and skid steer. Visit JPR Supplies in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho or at jprsuppliesnm.com.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Not a law firm. This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, you'll be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Liner and 10.
The information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Stand by Liner.
Are you amped? Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9.
Okay. Hey, Mike's going hot.
Yeah, we're ready.
You're hot.
Back live at Sadie's on Forest, and we were laughing so much with Josh Luchon we missed the phone lines. Friend of the show, Marty, joining us. Wants to talk about the Doizers. Marty, welcome, brother.
Hey, man, you guys are talking, about that great Tommy Lasorda coaching tree.
A little bit.
You Ron Washington, you had Dave Lopes. I mean, you had Phil Garner, you had Mike Scioscia, of course, Dusty Baker, Dave Martinez of recent, right, with the the Nationals, and we're stuck with freaking Dave Roberts. Come on now.
Oh, God, I like Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts might be the most successful manager who is despised by the fans of his team.
I think he's like sweet. He's one of the biggest parts of the biggest players in baseball history.
No, seriously, whenever Dodgers fans complain about Dave Roberts, I just laugh because he gives you 100 wins every year, and he gives you a few wins in October, and he got you one title when hardly anyone was paying attention. But seriously, I don't know if there's ever been fans hate managers, head coaches all the time, but usually it's because their record is terrible. It's not because they win so much in the regular season and they can't quite get it done in October. I just find it humorous. By the way, Dave Martinez is not part of the Tommy
I think
Lasorda tree,
I think the thing with Dave, though, I think the thing with him is, yeah, situationally in crunch time, I think that's where fans go. I think that's where they go crazy with him because what he has as far as the lineup, as far as the pitching schedule for playoffs, that kind of thing. I think that's where fans are like, really, you're playing that guy, not this guy? And I think it's bit him. I think that's been the problem strategically. Him in the postseason. I think there's managers that are better than him. And I think that might have been the reason why he's only won one World Series. He's had great teams.
I don't think it's Dave Roberts' fault that Clayton Kershaw keeps choking over and over and over again in October. I don't think it's Dave Roberts' fault that Mookie Betts hits below the Mukadoza line every single October. That's not on Dave Roberts. He's like universally loved.
Remember when Pedro Baez was the second best option in the bullpen for the Dodgers for 2 straight years?
Also, neither of LA's COVID championships count, by the way. Dodgers and Lakers.
Hold on,
miss me with all that.
I'm on Team Marty right here. Dave Roberts stole 1 base in his whole career. That's his entire how he got to the chance to be a manager in Major League Baseball. Yeah, let's go with anyone else. I'm on board. Dodgers could win with a better manager. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm totally with you. I think there's better options out
Marty's
there.
on Team Marty.
I think he's had his chance. I don't think it's going to get better. I'm just saying. I think I speak for thousands of Dodger fans. We'd love to see a change, but
more like millions of Dodgers fans.
Yeah,
if changing the franchise here.
If Craig Counsell gets $8 million in Chicago, he gets $40 million in LA.
How much would Bruce Bochy get in LA? So I have this friend, Brandon, not Brandon Ortega, a different Brandon, who's a huge Dodger fan, and he wants. Once the Dodgers get to October, he wants a new manager just for October. He wants a closer. He wants a closing manager.
That's smart. That's really
so
good.
he wants Dave Roberts for 6 months, and then he wants a closer for October.
Too funny. Hey, Marty, thank you for the call,
point.
brother.
You guys have a good evening.
Thanks,
Good, dude.
Marty.
We got a special guest when we get back. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report.
You're clear. Thank you.
Taco Bell. OMG. Hot and crisp nacho fries are back. And there's even more fries to love now at Taco Bell. But it's now or never. Yeah, these fries covered in bold Mexican spices with nacho cheese sauce are only here for a limited time at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last.
Traffic right now. First and foremost, remember we've got construction and lane restrictions both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. And there are a lot of backups in both directions there. You're going to want to be really careful as you make your way through there this afternoon. Westbound on I-40, as you approach Carlisle, you're going to see congestion there. That's going to last until Coors. Southbound I-25, just south of Paseo, you're going to encounter slowdowns. Those are going to last until Candelaria. Westbound on Paseo between I-25 and Coors, traffic's moving slow there. Also headed west on Alameda right now, approaching 2nd Street. You're going to see slowdowns. Those are going to go until the river.
This message is brought to you by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. TJ Trout here, and fall fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World-class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Remember when Cincinnati was struggling? Remember when Joe Burrow looked nothing like Joe Burrow? Remember when Lou Anarumo's defense also looked nothing like itself? That all feels like a very long time ago, even though it was only a few weeks ago. Joey B looks like Joey B once again, which is why the Bengals look like the Bengals once again. When Joey Burrow is healthy and extending plays, the Bengals are once again in the Super Bowl conversation.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission licensed under DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit score. Non-payment of debt can be creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
Tax relief helpers for details and restrictions.
2 minutes.
Anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-956-5539. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-956-5539 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Do you wrestle with the war?
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day. And for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry, with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by.
You can, most people have Friday off. Some people have some
back in 30.
Okay.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil high blood pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil high blood pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and
Liner in 11.
Is that a Hamas thing?
Vicks NyQuil high blood pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat.
Stand by, Liner.
High blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Okay.
Listen. Use as directed.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes.
This is 95.9 FM and AM 610. These.
Mike's hot.
Welcome back to the program, live from Sadie's. Ryan Maxwell joining us, Director of Baseball Operations for your Albuquerque Isotopes. And he's got the day off tomorrow, so do you, because it's a holiday. That means at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. tomorrow, New Mexico card show's going on. Let's go. Marriott Albuquerque, Uptown, 2101 Louisiana Boulevard, Northeast. Is there a cover charge to get into this, Ryan? What's up?
$5.
$5. That's it? Are you being serious?
Just giving it away.
It's the best value in Albuquerque.
If you bring a friend, it's only $10.
If you bring 4 people, that would be 20.
That's let me double check your math on that.
I think you're correct.
You're at or near correct.
Okay.
Is there like a buy 4, get 1 free kind of thing?
That's a good question.
If there's a fifth wheel?
If someone mentions this moment, yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a haggle down to it too, right?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
I love these things also. Card shows are my jam. We're going to be live from it tomorrow, so let's go on that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Doors at 1 p.m. Tomorrow's 10 a.m.s over the weekend. I'm going to say it. I say it every time when we talk about anything of this nature. Be the first person there. Do not wait. If you are not the first person there, you will miss the thing you want. That's how these things work. There's not multiple of the thing you want. There's just the one. Go first and get it first. That's it.
I used to be an absolute junkie, by the way. Thanks for including us on this, Ryan. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. I used to be an absolute junkie for cards, opening boxes, making sets, collecting your team, collecting the most valuable rookies you can, trading with your friends. Like, I have fond core memories of rollerblading in middle school to the card shop with my friends to find that one elusive card, that one rookie, to hopefully trade up to that card in the glass that you've wanted so far forever. Is that how you got your start?
Yeah, same way. My earliest memory of collecting, my dad took me to a card show in Muscatine, Iowa, and 1989 Upper Deck came out.
Yeah.
$1 a pack, which was insane money back then, right?
Sure.
Ask your parents for $1. But I bought a pack. The dealer that sold to us got all excited. He goes, "Oh my gosh, that's a great card." And I had no idea who this guy was. His name was Ken Griffey Jr.
I've heard of him. His dad was good too.
So I kept that card pretty much my whole life, and that was just the start of it all.
And the rest of them into your bike spokes.
No.
How old do you think Ryan is, Fred?
I did that. That's when I was riding a bike.
I grew up on a farm, so not a lot of in-town bike riding, but
or having fun.
Well, you know.
That's an unfair start for you. Let's be honest. That's like a first drug high chasing the dragon thing.
Yeah.
You pulled a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, your first pack you ever bought?
Well, it wasn't the first pack I ever bought, but it's
okay.
the first pack I remember opening. We went to the card show because I was already starting to collect, but just that moment, and then, Ken Griffey grew into what he grew into, and obviously it's just something he always remembered.
You've been in baseball a long time. You've seen a lot of really talented guys play in person. Did you get to see Ken Griffey Jr. play in person?
Yeah, so I was a visiting clubby for the Rangers for 2 years in 2009, 2010. So he came in with the Mariners, and he traveled with a trunk that would lock because people would always steal stuff out of his bag. So they had to travel with an actual trunk they could lock up. And
like a Pelican case kind of thing?
Yeah, like a big one, like on wheels. I mean, it's like the size of a table. And he would just sit on that, tell stories, show us videos of his kids playing high school football, talk about, his career. I mean, at that point, he was on his way out. But, I mean, he was awesome just to sit around and listen to and just, it's one of those moments where you just look around and like, what am I doing here?
New Mexico Card Show, November the 10th through the 12th. Doors open at 1 p.m. tomorrow, 10 a.m. over the weekend. That's at the Marriott Albuquerque Uptown, 2101 Louisiana Boulevard. You know what that is right there in Uptown. You already know what I'm going to ask. You already know immediately what I'm going to ask. I mean, what's up? You got any pro wrestling stuff, or what's the deal?
I got some Hulk Hogan cards.
Let's go.
Signed Hulk cards. I got some signed packs from Hulk. So
for Van, you got any Star Wars stuff, or what's up?
I got some Star Wars. I got some original 1977 top Star Wars cards. I think I got a couple unopened packs that have been graded. I got a couple boxes. I collect everything. Mostly baseball, a little basketball, a lot of non-sport, any movie cards, Alf, crazy stuff.
Hey, big Alf house here.
Yeah.
Big Alf house.
Well, I'm more Melmac. I'm into the origin story.
Okay.
Where it's at, ended up fine.
Prequel.
But the destruction of Melmac is what really drives my passion for the Alf universe.
I mean, it's a parallel to what's going on right now in this
Isn't
country.
it?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a simple man, Superman. If we're really telling those stories, if we really are. Ryan Maxwell joining us. We're laughing a lot, talking about the big card show. You see, collector, and obviously you meet a lot of product, but you don't, right? You keep all the best stuff for yourself, and this is how you feed the addiction.
Exactly. I mean, Josh asked me earlier what my goal was, and I hate selling stuff.
Yes.
As a collector, you got to sell some to buy new stuff, right? You can't just keep buying and buying. So sometimes you got to sell and trade. So this show kind of came from that because just being in Albuquerque and talking to other collectors, there wasn't really a dedicated show that was just for card collectors or, not just baseball. It's all sports and Funko Pops and all that kind of stuff. But there was nothing dedicated. There's a show at the mall, but a lot of the people there aren't,
legitimate. Say it.
They're just not looking, they're just wandering by and say, hey, what are you selling?
Yeah.
This is going to be a place for people to come.
Destination.
That are into it and,
So the texter's asking any Albuquerque Duke stuff.
Yeah, I got some Dukes cards. I know a couple of the guys that are going to set up the show have Duked up. I bought Dukes cards from them. I think it's gonna be a little bit of everything there.
Got that Ron Washington card or what's up?
I do have a Ron Washington
Dukes card. That's the one we need.
I got a pack with Ron Washington on top.
Well, that's cool.
Not the worst
So
one.
you're gonna have multiple vendors though, right? It's not just your stuff.
No. There's gonna be.
We're not just buying Ryan's stuff.
No, there's gonna be multiple vendors. In fact, we're trying to get as many vendors as we could get. If anybody's listening wants to show up and sell tomorrow, give me a call.
And how do they get a hold of you, Ryan?
They could email me, rmaxwell@me.com. So rmaxwell@me.com.
New Mexico Card Show tomorrow, November 10th through the 12th. This is a fun one. The kids are off school. You're off school. Go hang out. Go do the thing. Walk around. Enjoy it. Buy something you want. Buy something you didn't know you want. I don't necessarily know if I can say buy something you need, but go and enjoy it.
Now, hold on. It's definitely some needs going to be there.
Yeah. We're showing – so we have our show at 4 tomorrow. We're going to show up at 1. We're going to get lay of the land.
I'm clearing the place out.
100%.
I'm getting all the good stuff before you guys get there.
Here, I'm going to do this move. I'm going to do the, hey, listen, we're hosting a radio show. Maybe if I just buy a couple things, I'll have something to talk about. And then I'm gonna walk out, hopefully owning a replica WWF Smoking Skull belt. That's my plan.
And vendors, if you're listening, are going to be there this weekend. Just pull out all of your Lance Berkman stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'll take it all.
The Killer Bees.
Give me all of it.
Super sweet. Everything about that is super sweet. Will you take something on consignment from me?
Sure.
Okay, so we have Van and I both are willing to autograph one 2-man-on shirt, and we'll have Josh Sushan autograph it too. So the three of us will autograph a 2-man-on shirt, and we would like to we'll bring a mannequin for you, and we would like to put it out, but we don't want to sell it. We want to do raffle tickets, or we want you to do rock, paper, scissors for it with one person.
Awesome.
I think I want to see how much it costs for you to pay someone to take that shirt. I think we could set a new record.
Well, is it a medium?
It can be, yes. We probably have that. Not a lot of our fans are of the medium build. That shirt usually lays around for a while.
You're very correct.
All the mediums end up like Van is like, he got a shirt, I need one for a thing. And then it's him doing yard work.
That is my thing.
That is the thing that you needed it for. The texter just sent me. This is so funny, guys.
This is pretty sweet.
So the texter just sent the Ron Washington Albuquerque Dukes card.
That's amazing.
Do you have this?
I do not, but I guarantee you somebody at the show will have that tomorrow.
I'm leaving with this tomorrow from someone, and then I'm going to sell it to you.
Okay.
This is my plan. I'm going to red paperclip the Ron Washington shortstop for the Albuquerque Dukes card all the way to the top.
That's amazing. I've got some Dukes cards. I got an Oral Hershiser. I got a Pedro Martinez, a couple of those cards, but I've not seen the Ron Washington.
The elusive Ron Washington.
I'm into that. Every year for Christmas,
1 minute.
Van gets me like a joke card.
That is correct.
Like I don't even know how to describe. I don't know where you get.
It's been going on 6 years.
Well, I don't know where you get them from.
I got a guy.
Van has got me like the Al Bundy running back card from when he scored 6 touchdowns at Polk High.
Yep.
There's like a lot of them. I have a lot of them.
Yeah, you got a
I got
a Randy Poffo.
Yeah.
Cincinnati
30.
Reds card.
I got a George Costanza card I mailed to him because I'm the travel coordinator for the Isotopes.
Yeah.
I said, will you please sign this as the assistant to the traveling coordinator? And he did.
That's awesome.
Send it back to me.
Ryan Maxwell, thank you so much, brother. Well, we got like half hour show left when we get back.
Let's do it.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You're clear. I need to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
Here, I'll show you.
I'm ready, Bob. Sorry.
Okay. Fred?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So this next half hour, there's one break. And then your back time music goes directly into the game.
Right now, Osuna to Candelaria traffic.
Thank you so very
Just
much.
letting you know.
Bound Alameda.
So I will start the music at 59 or 29, and you're out at 30.
The sale that's going to start at I-25. It'll last until the river Also,
oh, hold it. No, that's not going to work.
I knew we got some slowdowns in that area as well. And remember, road work, lane restrictions, both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. And that is causing a lot of backups in both directions. Watch yourself going through there. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Did you know that Indigo Mortgage has had the same name and ownership for 20 years now? I can think of only a tiny handful of local mortgage companies that can make that claim. I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage, and proud to say that over the last 20 years, we have helped many homeowners in our community finance their homes with integrity. And in today's mortgage environment, borrowers need an advocate working for them, not an application taker like that with big banks and national lenders. Because Indigo Mortgage is a broker, we can most often find the right mortgage with the lowest rates for our borrowers. And please shop around to be certain that you're getting the best rates and fees on your mortgage. And as always, be sure to include your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage. Find us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. Indigo Mortgage, NMLS 23-1962 and 188-348.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. At nighttime, sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Marie.
Hello. Okay. Mike is hot.
Back live from Sadie's. Just had a couple friends of the show come up, say some very nice things.
Aw.
I like that. I like that a lot. Texter is going crazy about the card show. One more time, the details. Marriott Albuquerque, Uptown, 2101 Louisiana Boulevard, Northeast. That's right there in Uptown. You know all about it. So there you go.
You know what? Ryan was so excited to be on the program.
Yeah.
OG friend of the show.
Yeah.
He glossed over the fact that closer for the Chicago Cubs,
Mike Montgomery?
Mike Montgomery will be signing autographs all day Saturday.
From the 2016 World Champion Chicago Cubs, who pitched the final out.
The final pitch, the final out that ended the curse for the Chicago Cubs. He's going to be there Saturday.
Catch him on the texter a little bit, okay? So I started the show off hard, if I'm going to be honest. I was going a little harsh. I was fired up. I was fired up about Thursday Night Football because I don't think it's very real.
Or football in general, you don't think is real.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think your wrestling fandom might have rubbed off a little bit on your takes on the National Football League.
Texter agrees with you, Van. Pro wrestling is good. The outcome of all NFL games fixed. Danny Gonzalez is a good head coach. Is this the Fox News of sports? What does that even mean? Is this the Fox News of sports even mean?
Because we're weird conspiracy theorists and we're not making any sense and we're hurting their feelings on their fragile little grasp on life that is slowly slipping out of their fingers. And the last thing they have solace in is the NFL because it provides the only happiness they get all week. And you personally, Fred Slow, not me, One Van Nunley. I believe in the organization. You are just opening the lid on all these conspiracy theories that are nowhere close to being true. And it's shaking the friends of the show to the core. Something like that?
More friends of the show going to say Brian Flores is the defensive coordinator for the Vikes right now, so he's not really the Kaepernick level of blackballed. LOL. Now, LOL is interesting because I don't know if people really LOL at their own thing or if LOL is like shut up. But what I'm saying is Colin Kaepernick wasn't fired the day after he kneeled during the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's not how that happened. He had to be a backup first. He had to do nothing for a while. Didn't get into games. Brian Flores is not going to get the opportunity at a head coaching job again. That's what I meant. So I'm sorry that I didn't say the exact verbiage, but he will be a coordinator forever. That's his thing.
I mean, possibly maybe down the road he'll get another chance when he admits that the Colt was right and they bring him back in. Like you get ostracized from a Colt or you leave a Colt, you admit that you were wrong and you bring more recruits back in, they'll let you right back in.
Yes.
So if Brian Flores comes begging on the doorstep of the NFL, they will say, hey, right back in, buddy. Come on, let's go.
Continuing down the text line, you're talking football's rigged and fake. Tell me more about pro wrestling again. Sheesh.
It's a different kind of fake is what you're saying.
There's a lot of confusion.
It's a different kind of rigged is what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't understand why people think that pro wrestling is a real sports competition. I don't know if that was ever really a thought of people.
Yes, it was. They're called children.
Children.
Yes, children think that.
You know what
when they're still in the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus phase, professional wrestling is very real.
When I was a child, I believe childish things. Is that what you're talking about?
That is what I'm saying.
Oh, wild. Here's the thing about pro wrestling. It's theater. It's a very good scripted TV show. You know what else is a very good scripted TV show? Every TV show you watch. That TV show that you really like, that's the thing that I do. I write a pro wrestling show. It's very funny. It's also very entertaining. It's also not sports. But yes, that's what I'm saying. NFL is made for entertainment. It's not made for competition.
I disagree. I think there are some advantages given. I think there are some rules that help other players, other teams more than the others. I think there might be some nudges. I think there might be some backroom meetings to where they're telling people this is the way it's going to look. But there is absolutely no way, and I am in 100 percentile confidence that there is no way that the whole NFL is rigged, that the whole NFL is scripted. Bits and pieces?
If you
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You take away the word whole from that sentence.
Yeah.
You can't say that sentence.
Right. If you tell me the refs gave some special juju to the Kansas City Chiefs in the second half of the Super Bowl last year to make sure that Patrick Mahomes, the spokesperson for State Farm, won in State Farm Stadium, I'm going to believe every word of that. If you tell me that some teams are allowed to play poorly and not get ostracized by the league because they want a better player in their organization, like, oh, I don't know, 5 teams this year, I can believe that.
What you need in a really good story is a really good leading role. You need a character that you can get behind, and you can often relate to those characters in a lot of different ways. You remember Super Bowl Live? We've talked about this. Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, Tom Brady on his way out, the ascending Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And what I might tell you is the worst officiated Super Bowl in the history of the Super Bowl as far as one-sided in favor of the Chiefs, including a pass interference call on George Kittle. George Kittle, who is the guy that does try to buck the system and he gets caught up in it. I'm telling you that these things are put together in a way to create the most entertaining product. Just hear me out on that.
Yeah, you could convince me that
Gabriel
that was
is on the line.
Brady's final
Gabriel,
farewell.
Talk Wrestling.
And he was just waving on his way out. But also, the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line was absolutely decimated. They didn't have a single starter playing in the Super Bowl, and they got worked by that superior Buccaneers defense. But there is definitely situations here and there I'm like, oh, that's rigged. Oh, that's scripted. The whole thing, you got to be insane to believe it.
Friend of the show, Gabe, reaching out on the Sports Animal Hotline. Gabe, welcome.
How you guys doing?
What's up, Gabe?
Doing all right, brother.
We're at Sadie's. Of course, we're fantastic.
Well, you guys had me a wrestling, man. I don't know if you know.
Phone line.
November 16th.
Oh, God. All right. Thank you, Gabe. Phone line's breaking
At
up
the
a little bit.
Historic El Rey Theater.
He's so
Get there
weird.
early. There's a rock band playing.
He's
Pretty cool.
All right, put Gabe on the list. Moving forward.
I've been
Gabe needs
I've been
special
exhausting Fred.
permissions, Bob, to get on the show as he has exhausted his welcome. The thing to me with the texter, and I appreciate the texters. Thank you for your call, Gabe. The thing that I appreciate about the texters is them taking the time. Because, like, even in this one here, dude, enough of all, quote, dude, enough. All your listeners are NFL fans. If what you're saying is believed, what are you looking forward to every year, Buzz Killer? Here's what I'm looking forward to. Being entertained. Cannot stress that enough to you. You know what I look forward to? When the new season of Shoresy comes out. And it's scripted and about sports and very good.
Wait, hold on. Is there a new season of Shoresy? Is that why you're saying this? Did I miss this?
There is a new season of Shoresy.
It's out right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Season 2 of Shoresy is out right now?
Correct.
Oh, my God. Unpaid advertisement. I've never been more excited about anything. Well, okay. The New Mexico Card Show, number 1. Shoresy, number 2.
I was more excited whenever your mom went with me to senior prom van. Big Shoresy guy over here. A lot of text hate for my Thanksgiving burrito idea. I just need to put this thing. I need to create it is what I need to do.
It's okay. It's not the worst idea. Every year you do it too, friends of the show, just because it's wrapped in a tortilla instead of leftover bread or rolls.
Lots of
from
mashed
Thanksgiving.
potatoes on this.
Everybody makes sandwiches out of their Thanksgiving leftovers. You put a little cranberry sauce on one side, you put a little mashed potato on the other side, sprinkle a little S&P, you lay down some turkey, you lay down some stuffing, you fold that bad boy over, you got a leftover sandwich. It's because we're at Sadie's.
Yeah.
We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You put in a tortilla, now you're insane.
You can't believe
of you saying the whole NFL is scripted, that 1,700 players are all on the same page and moon landing all of NASA style conspiracy theory. You saying that, and then people are more upset about your burrito takes.
I can't believe that you, friend of the show, can't believe that a Thanksgiving Day burrito wouldn't be good. But you, for some reason, believe that during the Minneapolis Miracle, that Marcus Williams just can't wrap up Stephon Diggs at the end of the game. Because I'm telling you, it's all a work. It's all a work. That's how this thing is. It's made for entertainment. It's not made for you know the last real Super Bowl? I'm going to be honest. The last real unscripted finish to a game, 1999. St. Louis Rams, Tennessee Titans.
Oh, okay. You bring it back up to the Rams. That's the most scripted one of all time.
Because they ruined it.
You think he was T-Rex in it. He could have reached the ball out even further. You see his arm was bent.
Talking about Dyson?
Yeah, Dyson could have scored a touchdown. If anything, that one was scripted.
The NFL wanted Nashville to win.
You homer.
The NFL wanted Tennessee to win. What happened the next time the Rams got a Super Bowl? Oh, all of a sudden, rookie quarterback Tom Brady and no-name kicker go out there, and it's the biggest upset, biggest money win in the at the time history of Las Vegas because the Rams were favored by so much. Yeah, they got theirs, didn't they? Came right back to them. That's what I'm saying. From 2000 on, greatest show on turf. Listen to this, idiots. It's actually defense that wins championships. I can show you with the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. None of it's real. It's all a story.
Or the Giants after that. I mean, you're seeing it all
Buccaneers.
across your Buccaneers. You're seeing it all across the NFL this year. Defense matters way more this year. Except for the Dolphins beating up on people and Patrick Mahomes throwing touchdowns to basically everyone on the planet.
The Atlanta Falcons led the Patriots 28-3 with a quarter and a half left to play.
Great game.
28-9 going into the fourth quarter. All they had to do was kneel the ball for every single play on offense for the remainder of the game. They did not do that.
It's not how it works.
Patriots won in overtime. Because that's what I'm saying. Because if they do that in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, if they go out there for their 3 possessions in the fourth quarter, kneel the ball 3 times in a row and punt, people will lose their minds. The NFL they weren't playing to win the game. They're playing to be entertaining. And that's what I'm saying when I'm saying fixed. I'm not saying, oh my God, it's like open scene, Tom Brady enters the field, voiceover. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
that's everyone's perception of what you're saying. And also,
because marks,
step up and own it.
Bunch
if
of
you're going to
marks.
talk about it, be about it. Don't run back what you were saying earlier.
You know this is on point. You know this is spot on. Whole thing's made for entertainment. It's not made for football. It's 2 Men On. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You're clear. Don't go away, Fred.
Metro, but we're still dealing with
Fred.
Westbound.
Yeah.
Fred.
I-40 as you.
Yeah, we're only doing the traffic right now.
Okay.
There are no commercials.
On
the
all right.
Your music is going to start at 25:50.
Slow down on Paseo westbound as you approach
And that'll give you 1 minute to get out.
Got it.
And 3 minutes for them to connect.
Approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. A lot of backups still and slowdowns in that area. Just be careful if you're making your way through there. If you see an accident, call the traffic.
So I've got one promo to do, and that's it.
7, brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
Colin, Dak was great. So was Jalen Hurts, who finished with a higher passer rating. Dak's foot is just out by an inch there, but only 2 things could not happen down the stretch. They couldn't take a sack, and they couldn't have a penalty in back-to-back play situation.
Oh, yeah.
Stand by 10 seconds to rejoin.
With Colin Cowherd, weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I'm Jeff Sabiata. Friday on the open.
Stand by.
The Lobos basketball game against St. Mary's. Thursday night football, Bears and Panthers, and get you ready for a big weekend. The opening drive starts at 7 p.m.
Mike's hot.
We've been ready for a good time.
I like it.
I like this. Keep this one in the rotation.
I like being Mercedes on the board.
Damn.
Wow.
DJ Wolfo.
Thanks for the next one. Good job by Bob Wolfo today, by the way. Big thank you to me.
Buddy.
I appreciate when he comes over and talks with us sometimes.
He's wolfing ass. I'll tell you that much.
You know how that KKOB life is over there. Like, go over. Yeah, it's depressing.
Sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Very negative. Very negative.
I've been listening all week. No one is celebrating Ohio. I don't understand. Like, you now get the choice to do what you want with your own body, and you can smoke marijuana? Like, this is the best thing that could possibly happen to the great state of Ohio.
Yeah. Now they're going to have roller coasters and weed dispensaries.
Let's go.
All right, Ohio.
Caucus this. Harbaugh Bowl. You remember that? The Harbaugh Bowl?
Yeah. I remember how hard it was to say, as evidenced by you just now.
First Super Bowl coached by 2 brothers, 49ers, Baltimore Ravens. During the game, second half, right, kickoff, second half. Jacoby Jones took the opening second half kickoff, 109 yards, remember? Right out of the back of the end zone.
Uh-huh.
Scores touchdown.
Yep.
Would you call that a momentum play, Ben? Ben, would you call that a big shift of momentum?
Yeah, game changer.
How can we slow that down? Like, what could we do? How can we do that and maximize commercial revenues? What can we do? Oh, I know. 30-plus minute delay because the power goes out, halting the Baltimore Ravens' momentum. 49ers opportunity to come back. Now the Ravens did still win the game.
Sure.
But the intent to fix the game, obviously clear, my man. That's what I'm saying. The fix is not the outcome. The fix is the entertainment level.
What you're saying is wildly offensive to people who work their whole lives, pour their heart and soul into the game, knowing that it is shaving years off of their life. The CTE, the concussions, the injuries, the stress, the damage to your internal organs, the damage to your cardiovascular system. These are modern day gladiators risking their own lives for a chance at victory, to hoist the Lombardi trophy with their friends and teammates and family.
Wayne.
It is offensive that you said that this thing is rigged, that they won't let these guys fight it out on the gridiron. That is preposterous.
Friend of the show, Wayne, joins us. You know, he brings the heat every time. Sports Animal Hotline. Wayne, welcome.
Wayne, belittle Fred.
Yeah. How you guys do? I know you guys are big on conspiracy stuff. So did you see that thing where they show the Super Bowl logo and the colors of the Super Bowl logos are usually reflected of the teams that are playing? Like when Tampa Bay won, they had the creamsicle colors.
Love it.
When the Chiefs won, they had the red colors, and this year it's purple and red. So they're suspecting that's going to be the Ravens and the 49ers based on the colors of the Super Bowl logo that was on the previous for this year.
All right,
so I don't know how you're into that, but it's
I'm super into Wayne right now.
It's interesting to kind of think about.
Wayne, come to Sadie's on 4th tonight. I need to pick your brain on everything.
We got to put some year-long bets in now.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I got to go to the gym though and take care of myself. But I hope to see you guys soon, man.
Be good, brother. I'm in on the whole thing. Good call by Wayne.
See, I may get a little jaded to some of your insanity, but when friend of the show Wayne calls in and justifies it,
yeah,
just pulled me right back in.
The difference in the last 5 minutes.
Just when I get out, they pulled me back in. Oh, that's a cool hotkey, Bob. Good job.
That was not a hot. That's you doing the voice.
Oh, whoops.
The last 5 minutes of games are different than the rest of games. There's more penalties. It's made to be kept entertaining to the very end. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The fix is in to make sure that your eyes stay glued.
That I'm on board with. If we're talking about that, there's meetings before the contest, especially high leverage games later in the year, playoff games later in the year. They have behind the doors meetings, and I'm not disagreeing with that. There's some very generous calls at very opportune times. I'm not disagreeing with that. But saying that the whole thing is scripted and the players are in on it, there is no way. That's offensive to people who work that hard and they're willing to risk their lives. There is no way.
Disappointed in Van because he didn't talk about red chili on the table during Thanksgiving, but he said cranberry sauce. Shaking his head, Southern New Mexico is all disappointed.
Now, hold on. He must have heard the segment incorrectly because I am very pro red chili on the table, especially for mashed potatoes. I do not miss a Thanksgiving without lumping that red chili on the taters. Sorry you misunderstood what I was talking about, friend of the show.
I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to say it one last time, and there's going to be outrage because now you and every friend of the show that defends what I'm not attacking the whole time. Fred, how can it be scripted? They don't rehearse. Fred, how can it be? Your interpretation of what I'm saying is wrong. Just like your understanding of the game is wrong. They call it a game. It's sports entertainment. They capture you. They sprinkle a little NL drug on you, and you fall in love with it. And they know how to keep you until the exact very end. Friend of the show, I'm not telling you it's the scores. I'm not telling you it's every single time when it doesn't matter the winner. But I am telling you this. The NFL knows the formula, and they know what ingredients make it taste best. And you eat it the way that they feed it to you. Also legally, I believe it's classified as sports entertainment.
See, now it took you 2.5 hours, but now you're making sense. Because earlier, I mean, also your cowardice is showing. You're trying to walk back what you're saying earlier, that the NFL in Las Vegas
that's still in. That's
are
100% in.
cahoots, and all 1,700 players are in cahoots with the NFL in Las Vegas.
That's true.
What you're saying
That's
earlier.
all true.
Oh, so now it's true again.
That's what I'm telling you.
Not your little quarter truth.
Hey, how about
you,
this?
you remember when that moon landing denier walked up to Buzz Aldrin and told him shame on himself that the moon landing was fake?
Correct.
And he should be ashamed what he did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Children of the country.
Uh-huh.
You remember Buzz Aldrin punched him in
the
face?
Popped him right in the nose.
Popped him a hot one right in his face. I would like for you to walk up to friend of the show, Ray Lewis, and tell him that and see what happens.
I got one last point.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but I got one last point. It's okay for you to enjoy a product that's predetermined. That's all I'm saying. You can enjoy this thing as much as you ever did. The game that you're watching right now on Amazon is not made by Amazon. It's not made by Fox. It's not made by CBS. It's not made by ESPN. It is made by the NFL. The shots you see, the replays that have access to, the cameras on the field, there is nothing about this thing that is objectively observed by anyone. They create the product. They distribute the product. They give you the feedback on the product. It is the most brilliant creation of entertainment I have ever seen.
If you tell me that the NFL higher-ups and then all the refs, or even just the refs who run the committee, sit down and say, hey, this left tackle here for the Dolphins, every third and short, he holds. And with that knowledge, they wait till the fourth quarter and the stakes are the highest, and then they call it, knowing that information. They let him get away with it all game and make him think that he gets away with it forever and then call it when it's most important. That I believe. If they have a meeting and say, the cornerback for the Giants, he gets a little handsy when he thinks he's about to get beaten. If the team has this information, they throw a deep ball, I guarantee he's going to put his hands on him. That's an automatic flag every time. If they know that and they call it at opportune times, I can get behind some of this. But saying the whole thing is scripted and all 1,700 players are involved in it and Vegas is dangling carrots in front of the NFL for extra money that they don't need, no way. And I love conspiracy theories.
You are tiptoeing around my very correct idea. You are afraid to say the word spread. I love sports entertainment.
You know I do.
Everyone does. I see the numbers. Yeah. Bob, very good job at home today. Thank you. Big thank you to Sadie's on fourth. Big thank you to everyone who joined us. Brian Maxwell, Gilbert Sanchez, Josh Sushan. Dan, final words?
Come to Sadie's, have some fun with the boys. We'll be watching some apparently super scripted Thursday night football and sipping some margs.
Bet it's exciting at the very end.
Opening drive tomorrow morning with Jeff and JJ, y'all.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.
You're cleared. Disconnect.